This is a HeadGum podcast.
WHM tour update, everybody. Low ticket alert. We will say this for the city of Chicago. That City Winery show, July the 13th. It's a Friday night. We're talking about Jason X. It's a fucking crazy, stupid fan film movie. It's great. Low ticket alert.
Low tickets.
Yeah, low tickets, man.
Jason in space.
That's right.
Me in Chicago.
Saw this in theaters, I did.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
no.
there.
I almost think it's like I got to reassess for the show, but I remember thinking like, oh, it's a return to form a little bit.
Does he have like a biomask? Is the mask alive in this movie?
It's not alive.
No.
He gets like thrown into a regeneration pool.
Sure.
And it's basically Super Shredder.
Okay, got it.
They call him Uber Jason because that's pretty cool when you say Uber Jason and there's new metal playing.
I will say, high point, David Cronenberg shows up within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All downhill from there.
Your rider, your driver, Jason, is 3 minutes away.
You gotta save that for the show, man.
Yeah. that's a big one.
Also, it would have been better if I didn't fuck it up.
Well, that you do it better on the show, and everyone will politely laugh at that, right? If you
Exactly.
listen to
We
it.
will all have our lines rehearsed
yeah.
for the show. We'll be off book.
Look forward to Eric's joke in a couple months.
Yes.
Yeah, right now we're gonna go into a sound stage and just kind of work it out a little bit.
Just block what's going to happen.
Exactly.
You sit in this stool.
But
you-
shows up with leg warmers for some reason.
But you've definitely heard all the jokes already.
Oh, yeah, for
That's
sure.
nothing new.
We
That's
are
it. There's like 5 of them.
rehearsing from now until July 13th.
And then July 14th, Milwaukee, we're coming up to see you guys. We're talking about Tank Girl at the back room at Collectivo. I met a native Milwaukee person
Oh, wow.
over the weekend. She told me it was
They said
actually
that Milwaukee.
no, that's just Alice Cooper.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, she told me it was actually Collectivo.
Oh, cool.
And she was a big fan of this. I guess there's a bunch of coffee locations and whatnot.
Speaking of native Milwaukee people,
Oh, yeah.
tweet at us. We got one fat guy dinner, or it couldn't even be a fat guy
Wait,
big lunch in Milwaukee.
Isn't Jeffrey Dahmer?
Where do we go? Is the question. Where is the thing you gotta do? The one big eat.
Yeah,
here?
well, listen, Milwaukee, I don't know anything about your city. So what is the famous food?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
got to get it's a piece of chicken, but there's a slice of pizza on top and then gravy's everywhere or
love that.
whatever. We eat stupid food when we go on the road. Milwaukee, we want to eat your stupid food.
Only when we go on the road.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, when
No,
we're here in the
no.
city, it's...
No pizza chicken gravies at home.
But Tank Girl is going to be that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That,
Kangaroo iced tea.
Tanked at the box office.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
No, did it? I think so.
I think it did
We're
pretty
gonna-
bad.
We're going into rehearsals. We don't know all the facts yet. The box office
Also a rarity, a Malcolm McDowell villain.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that
wow,
never
you
happened.
never see that
Succulent
shit.
rare gem.
You know what is rare though? Iced tea is a kangaroo, like Steve mentioned. That's about as rare as it gets. And I got psyched for this show, man, because he tweeted a photograph the other day of him in the kangaroo makeup and was like, "Yeah, that's me." Boing, boing, boing.
Does he still have the suit, you think?
Oh, that's in a closet somewhere. I bet.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would hope so.
Yeah.
At least the bandana.
Coco keeps trying to get him to throw it out, but he refuses.
It's not a furry if you originate the character. I created that character.
Wait, did he? Is he going to take credit for creating furries?
Oh, maybe possibly.
He started
no.
a sexual revolution.
No, dude, they've been around since the dawn of
Are
time.
you serious?
Yeah, dude.
Ever since a potato sack was discarded.
No, exactly. People, you'd have like a tiger skin blanket. You put it over yourself.
right. Yeah.
You keep the head on it. You look like James Earl Jones in The
Wait.
Exorcist 2.
Am I a furry or am I just cold?
And that's how it happened.
Yeah.
All these jokes and more, July 14th, Milwaukee, the back room at Collectivo. We're coming to you guys. WHMPodcast.com. Click on the tour tab. Buy those ticks. They are going fast. Now on today's program, a bit of a relief. Something I could actually sit through without throwing up. Because Tim Allen probably wasn't in it.
Yeah, probably not.
It's Airborne. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska.
And we hate movies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in to our fine little show here. Got, the whole gang here to talk about Airborne from 1993, directed by Rob Bowman. Now, Rob Bowman, he's got some credits.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
How about this? He was a big
Archer.
so-and-so down at the X-Files factory.
Really?
Yeah, and directed that first movie, but then also
Sounds like
directed
Deep Canada to me.
All right.
previous episode, Reign of Fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
And-
friend of the show, Rob Bowman.
Electra, a Stay Tuned and a Half.
God,
for
this
sure.
guy's terrible.
So here we are. We're talking about this movie. This is sort of like a famous 90s movie that I didn't see until last night.
An amazing 90s movie. I saw this countless times growing up. Steve Sadek.
Yes, ditto.
Yes.
I don't remember. I think it was just on cable. That's my guess. It was on like an HBO situation.
Think probably.
I
yeah.
had seen parts of it, but I do have to issue a correction. I said it was a skater, a skateboarder
No,
movie. It is not. It is a
No.
rollerblader / surfer movie, I guess.
And rollerbladers and skaters, bad blood, my friends.
Oh yeah, dude.
Don't want to go into the wrong neighborhood wearing roller skates.
They make allies in this movie for one montage.
Well, that's the weird thing is like, Lords of Dogtown skateboarding versus, you're a surfer and then you
Right.
go on the ground, you start skateboarding.
Right.
That makes sense. Inline skating and surfing seem a little bit
Right.
not simpatico,
He
to
should've
use
done, like,
90s terminology.
Snowboarding. Where's the snowboarding?
Well, that's him in the Winter Airborne 2
He
Winter
arri-
Retreat.
He arrives in Ohio in the winter. I need more X Games in this movie.
Yeah, you could have done it. You
Maybe he
really-
invents snowboarding.
Oh, fuck.
He brings
That
that
would be,
stupid
yeah.
surfboard, and they're like, "Hey, man, you can't surf here."
Wait a
He's like,
second,
"Watch."
though. Were we giving a shit about snowboarding in 1993?
Maybe not.
Maybe that's the
I think
problem.
we were just beginning to.
I don't recall when the world started to care about snowboarding. I
when
never
it-
started, so I don't know.
It feels like around there.
This was around because I read this. I think it was in the trivia. This was around when the first X Games
Yeah,
Yeah.
was happening.
This is
So-
a total tie-in movie, man. This whole thing is a fucking sham.
And I feel like X Games really took off when snowboarding became popular, and
Do
you
you
got
think
Shaun
you would
White
be
and
able to
everything.
notice Shaun White in the street?
No.
Like no,
No,
not at
not
all.
Oh,
by
Right?
any
absolutely.
Today?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when he
No,
had
never.
the hair,
Nope.
back when he had the mane of hair,
Oh, no.
yes, I would have.
Absolutely, I would recognize Shaun White in the street.
I'd be like, "Oh, did you serve me drinks last night, or is that guy?"
I mean, he could be tending bar, but also he's like a totally rich snowboarder. Also, Captain, I will say, do not forget about the contributions of people like Tony Hawk,
Also,
who came well before Shaun White.
But I'm saying Shaun White at this point, he looks like he belongs in the boardroom from American Psycho.
Yes,
Shaun
yeah.
White. Yes, now
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
cleaned
but
up.
back
At the
then-
time of this movie, I think he was in like 4th grade.
But when he was, famous with his long hair doing his sports stuff, he looked
Yeah.
like he belonged in chairman of the board
yeah.
Oh, well done.
because he looked like Carrot Top.
Yes, I got
Oh,
it.
thanks for spelling it out.
He went. He went on a.
He looked like Carrot Top.
Yes, he went on a dating site, and someone said he looked like Carrot Top.
He looked like Carrot Top indeed. Now, here was something. This movie, wide release, put out by Warner Brothers, actual film company here that hasn't disintegrated into the ground.
Yes, this is a real movie.
Did anybody notice, though? I thought something was wrong with my Amazon stream. Unusually long hold on the Warner Brothers logo.
Oh, really?
It was a real, suck it in, motherfuckers. Here comes a Warner Brothers.
No.
movie.
You got Icon Entertainment, which is
And then
sort of-
Icon Entertainment, of course.
Very dramatic.
This movie is about, because everyone's seen it, it's one of the most famous movies of all time.
Oh, yes.
It is about
all time.
of all time. No, it's about a surfer dude from California for reasons has to live in Cincinnati and then falls in with multiple wrong crowds, and the only way to get out of it is rollerblading.
Pretty much. He also does things like fall in love.
Uh-huh.
And fall down a lot. A lot of falling, a lot of eating shit in this movie.
Competitive rollerblading is
Yep.
really that's the thing he has a problem with.
No, that's the thing is he learns to become a man by abandoning his principles
Yes.
and deciding to join in with what the wrong crowd is doing, as in pranking people, shoving people, being intensely competitive for no
Even-
real reason.
Even after you've proved that your way is the better way.
Exactly.
Because here's the thing.
Odd journey.
If anything, bring a Cincinnati guy to California.
Oh, yeah, that would be a fish out of water.
There-
too.
there
He'd
you
be
go.
like, "Where's the sausage?"
That's exactly what that was going to be my joke.
I don't need a coat.
But
Go ahead, Steve.
There's
Zadek.
that point in high school when you like have the Matrix look, when you see the ones and zeros, you're like, oh, none of these people matter at all.
Right, but-
like anyone who thinks they're hot shit, like a bully or whatever, you're like, man, I don't give a shit about you
But
at
I
all.
feel like
you know
that
what I mean?
takes until senior year. though.
Exactly.
Or
But
in
this
my
kid's
case,
got it.
5 years after graduation.
Or unless you're horny.
Yeah.
Wait,
then
what?
somebody begins to matter. At least one or
you
a
just
couple.
see instead the matrix code's all 69s.
They all just get a lot bigger.
Well, I mean,
Mr. Anderson, why are you looking at me like that?
Bow chicka wow wow.
Mr. Anderson, put it in my mouth and I'll put it in yours.
That's exactly a 69.
that
Oracle has prophesied this, Mr. Anderson.
Oracle.
Yes.
Oral.
Thanks for spelling that out too. It's a real fucking spelling bee today.
Be like oral.
I think though part of it is this kid has just resigned himself to. And by the way, we should say he moves to Cincinnati to stay with some relatives while his parents they're scientists
Tax
or
trouble.
something.
Hashtag tax trouble.
Yeah, the story is some zoological foundation gave them like a research grant, and they have to go to Australia for 6 months, aka until the heat dies down.
I'll tell you why this is a tax scam. You know about a grant that you've like applied for it, that it's gonna come down at some point. They act like they just fucking found out about this.
Yes,
thing.
exactly. And
That it
they
was a
need to
big
leave
surprise.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta go.
Yeah, it's the Federales Coming grant.
And to add insult to injury, not only is he going to be taken away from his beloved ocean and sand,
Yeah.
he could have gone to Australia with his parents, which is apparently the best beloved ocean and sand.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, didn't
Well,
you
yeah.
see fucking Point Break?
man.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze's flapping his gums about Australia the whole
Gonna
darn
go
time.
meet God there.
Then he goes and he
Exactly.
kills himself.
No, I think he makes it. Counterpoint, what if he makes it?
God v. Brody.
Yeah, I mean,
Brody
like that-
is God.
That is the saddest part of Patrick Swayze passing so early, because you get Point Break 2. It's like it's Johnny Utah like working in the field office or something.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he gets a call, and oh shit, it's Brody somehow.
Oh my God. And he goes, meets him on a beach and he's like working on a boat like Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
Totally, dude.
Wait, did anyone see that remake?
Oh,
The Point
I
Break
did.
Oh, no,
remake?
I missed it.
Do they replace surfing entirely with other
It's
extreme
just
sports?
all extreme sports. They just
So
hit
it's like
each
this,
one.
actually.
Yes, it's closer to this. But it's like it's mostly just to get like really good cameras to shoot really cool stunts.
Wait,
That's
they're-
kind of the whole point
They're
of that movie.
stealing cameras to film
Yes.
their own crime spree.
Oh, dude, what a rush! We just went to Best Buy and fucking raided it.
Suck it, GoPro! Suck it hard! What was I going to say about the parents, the whole thing? Oh, well, he knows that he's going to just, hopefully, pending, the investigation and their fucking capture and whatnot.
Sure.
He's planning on just returning back to Huntington Beach in
Yeah.
like 6 months. So I think he's like, fuck it. Whatever makes this go by the fastest,
Yep.
the smoothest, the easiest, I'll do it. If that means pushing around people, fine. If that means making Seth Green hate me, that's okay.
But also, it just doesn't make like why not bring him to Australia? You can't put him in a school in Australia. Of course you
I
can.
don't think
Oh,
those
they-
credits count.
They don't have schools there, guys.
Oh,
And then he comes back, trying to get back into the school system here.
Yeah.
After 6 months there, the kid doesn't know who Abe Lincoln is.
And you got to listen. If you're going to be an American, you got to know who Abe Lincoln is.
Definitely.
That's what you do on President's Day. You shove somebody and say, "Hey, you know who Abe Lincoln is? You better keep it up."
Start throwing $5 at them.
isn't he a president? Good. You did good.
Secondly, is a vampire hunter.
Never saw that one.
I did. I don't remember it because I was out of my gourd.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe I was in the same state.
Oh yeah, I think you were next to me. He's got an axe, I think.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's hucking an axe.
I'm going to
in
bring
that.
this back to Airborne. This is one of those movies with the deleted scene every 4 minutes of this kid smoking a bowl.
That's the thing. Where is the fucking weed? Where is the weed?
That's a good question.
Because it should be everywhere.
'Cause it's
You
him and
should
his bu-
see this dude smoking J's, eating brownies, dropping tincture.
That's the beginning of the movie is him and his buddy, and they're like, "Oh, let's go surfing," and it's like just him and this rando dude who you think is going to be somebody. It's like, serious? Definitely. And they start like surfing,
Yeah.
and then they start rollerblading as well. They're doing all sorts of
They
stuff.
also
You got to see them
say-
smoking some bones.
Noted Californian word, mañana.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
You
totally.
have to
dude.
use
We'll see you
that. Have to
manana.
do it.
Absolutely. We'll go have some burritos down at the pier.
You people and your fucking amazing burritos.
Yep. It's awesome. They're the luckiest people on earth.
It's you live in New York and you think you like Mexican food. You don't like Mexican food. You like whatever this is. But you go out to like you go west and it's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
This all just pushes me to eat more pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really. I'm gonna eat what my city's best for.
Cool. Good thing about this movie is like 88 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
Because we are in Cincinnati immediately.
These people know the exact kind of movie they got on their
Yep.
hands here, and they're not fucking around with it.
It's kind of like a weird like 50s throwback, in a lot of ways. It's like tough kid comes from out of town and like
Yeah.
this might as well be them on the beach like doing like go dancing. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, like a beach blanket bingo type movie?
it's kind of the same thing, but it's extreme skating.
It's all these
stuff.
hoods rollerblading.
I think you're going the back way of saying this isn't really a movie.
Yeah, it's not kind of a movie. It's
It's
almost
kind of.
It's
just,
a commercial for rollerblades.
Yeah,
it's a movie that
mostly.
like frequently forgets what it's about.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh
Which
right.
I do appreciate. For some reason, I find the shots of these sports like, oh, that's mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Like, there's like no one's taking score right now. At the end, they take score, but you get to see like the slow mo of the air, and it's just like, oh yeah, man. And it's just like the movie forgets itself. It gets lost in a moment, which I think is nice. And it's like 2 minutes of like this rollerblading. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I was confused because I'd never seen it before, and you guys kept talking about like rollerblading, and I was like, am I watching the right thing? What is with all this surfing footage? But I got it. I mean, I figured it out.
You stick around, you get there. So he flies to Cincinnati
With a surfboard.
with a surfboard.
Which, fuck you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude. Honestly, leave it at home. Leave it at home.
This dude's name is Mitchell, and like, while I don't
Mitchell
hate-
Goosen, the goose.
Oh, the goose, which only he refers to himself as, by
Yes.
the way.
A lot of self-appointed nicknames.
That's
While
just
I don't
California, dude.
Oh yeah. While I don't entirely hate this kid's guts, I think he's actually pretty okay.
Eh,
But there are some things like taking this surfboard to Ohio. Fuck you.
Yep.
Just
Well,
fucking fuck you.
I agree with
Ford.
the bullies. I've never been so on the bullies' side.
Really?
I'm really torn. That was the emotional center of it. Was I hate this guy and I hate the bullies. But
Oh,
like
the bullies were okay.
before that even, he takes off his skates and he thanks them profusely for doing their job.
Already he's talking to his rollerblades at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah.
He's a fucking lunatic.
He puts
He's
them
talking
down-
to his shoes.
He like sets them on a table or something, and he's like, "You guys did great today. Thank you for protecting me, gods of blading."
That's what you need the scene when this kid's smoking up. And then it's like, all right,
Or
cool.
at least skimming pills from his father. If you're gonna, please, just something. Give me something.
So he's staying with his aunt and uncle, moving to his aunt and uncle's in Cincinnati, unlike Bel Air, different side
Oh
there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Different place.
And they wind up. It's what's this lady's name?
Well, she's Mrs. Poole.
She's Mrs. Poole. Edie
McClurg.
McClurg, who is Mrs. Poole on the Hogan film, which nobody knows because we're 55 years old. But
Ferris
she's like
Bueller's
the,
Day Off.
she
Ferris
worked with
Bueller's Day
yeah,
Off.
Ferris
Yes.
Bueller.
Yeah, she worked with Devil.
and the devil himself. But she
Are you
deserves.
talking about Eddie Barzu?
Yes.
Well, it's actually kind of funny though because the dude playing the uncle, nobody will remember this. I don't think the dude playing the uncle plays Satan in UHF.
Oh,
Oh,
my
you're
God.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Is
Yes.
that what you were talking about?
No.
You were talking about Jeffrey Jones.
I was talking about Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, you're talking about
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Jones is
Jones.
the devil.
Right. Oh, I see. The troubled devil.
But Edie McClure, by the way,
Yeah.
needs to call. I'm gonna. Noah Hawley, who I know listens to this show, he's a big fan of the show. He tweets at me all the time.
Of
It's a huge
course.
deal. He needs to put her on Fargo. This woman's accent is ready. She can get it. If it was her as like a tough as nails gangster or something,
Yep.
forget it.
Oh, wow, that'd
she
be
runs
great.
the West Side or something.
That would be
That's an
awesome.
Emmy. Then you get an Emmy for Edie McClure.
And you play to Edie McClurg's strengths. You set it in the 1980s.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
where she
Oh,
thrived.
yeah. And she's talking to a bunch of young boys.
Well, that's what I don't get because she and the dude playing the dad have these accents that are like more or less appropriate for the area. Then you just have Seth Green, who's just Seth Greening all over this movie.
Seth Green, who meets his cousin for the first time dressed like Karl Lagerfeld. He's got these black gloves on, this beret, this fucking black jacket with the tassels.
The fringe is the problem.
Would Carl even go that far?
Yes, he would.
I thought he was actually dressed like what did I write down here? Oh, Thora Birch in Ghost World.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of that going on.
And then
Thor-
that would
Thor
make him
did
the
it better.
Scarlet. That would make Mitch the Scarlett Johansson. That kind of works.
That works.
Right. Yeah, I think
But-
Scarlett
but-
Johansson also had this bowl cut at one point.
Opposite career trajectory, because then the guy who plays Mitchell goes on to nothing. I think he's like a real estate agent in Texas now.
In
Oh, nice.
Galveston.
And then, that's nice, right? It's right by the water.
Yeah, it's where fucking Bob Durst dropped that dude's head in the water.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a great area. The guy who sold me this house used to be an airborne.
The stream is perfect for dumping heads. If you ever have to dump a head, I really do suggest this stream.
And then Seth Green has the Scarlett Johansson career trajectory.
Sure.
Right.
Seth Green is, like it or not, huge international superstar.
Massive, dude.
I've got
kidding
no
me?
ill will towards Seth Green.
Absolutely not. I
Zero.
don't care for most of the things he's in, but
Yeah.
he seems like a nice guy.
And you know, we could use a leg up, I would say. So if Seth, you're listening,
well, he's pretty short.
we
Wouldn't be
could have
much of a
said
leg.
stuff, but we didn't.
No, that's not the reason. I mean, we will.
Are you
we will
setting up a protection racket?
We will. Oh man, protection from We Hate Movies.
That is something nobody needs. Although I don't know, I think we're pretty lethal, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Dave Barry.
Oh man,
That gutted me yesterday.
Harry Anderson. It's a shame.
Yep. Harry Anderson himself played Dave Barry on that show Dave's World.
I wish Dave Barry was dead.
It'll happen.
Yeah, now it'll happen next week.
We'll get there. You know what? Lord Christ above, take Scott Adams first.
Oh yeah, that'd be
how about
great.
that?
Oh man, he's prime. That'd be great.
So yeah,
Deathbert.
Oh man. Oh shit, dude. Dilbert in the afterlife. That would be a great little strip, huh?
Well, he's got to, live the religion wars.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If he's going to write so thoroughly about them.
you know what's a fave part of mine from the first 5 minutes of this movie? I know we're in Cincinnati now, but to backtrack really quick to California, him and the buddy are singing just enough of the Beach Boys,
Yeah. Oh,
California
right.
Girls,
Yeah.
that
Holy
you don't
shit.
have to pay a goddamn dime. It is like you can feel them be like, all right, make sure you trail off that lyric really
Yeah.
quick.
You just evade the chorus.
Yep, yeah.
Don't say California Girls. You're good.
The East Side. You guys get it, right?
And then they're just like, that's a great song, man. I love being Californian.
But also California 1993. I don't know. Maybe Black Flag.
I don't think you're
Oh.
singing the fucking Beach Boys.
Yeah, get
Yeah, I
some
don't
Tupac
think
out
so.
there, dude.
Yeah,
Figure it
something
out.
like that.
Figure that shit out.
Also, Seth Green, terrible hair in this movie.
Oh, it's
Holy
the worst.
God.
It's a bad haircut for Seth Green. Seth
And-
Green,
I'm pretty sure it's the. I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's the real hair.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that's a wig.
it's he looks like a little caveman in this movie. It's not.
Looks
not
like a
good
Daria
Looks like-
character.
what was
Yes, he totally has Jane's haircut. He's a redheaded Jane. Yes, Chris Cabin, identifying hairstyles.
My specialty.
They ask him about this surfboard, by the way, and Mitchell makes a putrid comment right here. She's like, Edie McClurg is like, oh, geez, hon, you brought your little surfboard there, huh? And he's like, oh, yeah, it's like my Amex. I don't leave home without it. And they're like,
Without-
that's amusing.
Without it, I'd be naked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ew.
That's
What
not
an
gonna
asshole.
fit in our house. Oh,
Yeah.
You're going to have to leave it on the porch there, huh?
Oh boy, that's not going to age well. Oh boy, nobody's going to understand that in 10 years.
Hope they use that slogan in 2018, hon.
maybe this is a good time to let you know about the bullies. Like this is, somebody needs to tell this kid that this school is rife with bullies.
Oh, father, he's going to get his ass handed to him in school. She's calling this husband father, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
Is
that
he
happens.
is he calling her mother? I don't notice.
This guy's
I did
got
not-
like 8 lines in this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think he addresses her once.
Yeah, he's too busy trying to find a sporting event on television.
Now, mother, we cannot tell our new Mitchell here about the bullies because we can't ruin the pool. Okay, remember.
It's the lottery. But so he goes back to Seth Green's house. Seth Green's like, hey, man, you're my cousin. It's awesome. We haven't seen each other in so long. It's like, his name is Wiley. He calls himself the Wiley Man, which, by the way, just call yourself the Wild Man.
How about the Coyote,
Listen,
dude?
you're Nick. You can't just be Wiley Man. That's
Yeah,
like you
no.
saying Stephen Man.
No.
It's not a thing.
No.
Stevie Man, maybe. You got
Steven, or
something.
Steve Man.
I'd still refuse.
Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't tell anyone else what to call me. That's number one.
Right. Yeah. You got to let those names come to you. And I don't think Wiley Man. I mean, it just doesn't
It's
roll
not
off the
good.
tongue.
No.
I'm not
No.
going to call you that.
But
We're
he-
not going to be friends.
He immediately shows this kid pornography.
Yes, and this is one of my favorite details. He's showing that they're like sharing the room, right? Like Seth Green lives in the basement, and he's like, here's your bed. Check out my room. Look at all the cool lights. By the way, here is this nudie poster. If you have to masturbate, I keep it over here.
Yeah.
He's going for a real like Jeff Dahmer aesthetic here. A lot of paper on the wall.
Here's the drill I'm going to put into your temple when I fuck your head later.
I will say this. That's a good point, Chris. This kid is going to be a serial killer because he's a constant liar. Like any situation, he's just like, yeah, that's what they're like. Oh yeah, you like basketball? Huh? I love basketball. Oh yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best. Oh yeah, you like baseball? I love baseball. Barry Bonds. Like, and
Kareem
it's just-
Abdul-Jabbar is the best at both of them.
oh, you love heavy metal? Huh? Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the best. Fucking love that guy.
He's a fucking sick bass player.
I mean, that name would look awesome in one of those metal fonts.
oh yeah.
oh wow, that's actually true.
Right?
that'd be a sick tat.
Exactly. Let's
right
get
there.
tattoos later.
Totally. Just fucking spell it wrong, maybe.
That'd
That'd be pretty
dude.
funny.
Well, in Milwaukee, we'll get that done.
But he just seems like somebody that like in any situation he will lie for no reason, which
Just to
is a
fit
pro-
in, right?
It's a problem. That's what serial killers do. It's like you have no empathy, so you have no problem lying to people.
Yeah, I'll fuck a hole I cut in your chest. Sure. I'll do it.
Jeez.
I do it all the time.
and
Fuck
thanks-
Viscera.
And thanks to Mitchell, he's got higher marks now
Oh right.
that he can really drag into this pool.
That's true.
But Wiley needs to sit him down and be like, look, Mitchell, this is what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Mitchell.
Tomorrow we are gonna go into school and there are so many bullies. There are so many bullies, Mitchell. Like you just keep your head down, dude. Like they're gonna make fun of you, but just like, tamp that accent down. Maybe put a hat on or something. Put on this fucking Ohio hat.
This Ohio.
I got a hat from Ohio.
There's so many bullies. The river of bullies.
It's just so many bullies in this school, man. I've never seen
I love it.
so many bullies.
I love it, dude. It's like Dangerous Minds times 2.
But
It's a lot of bullies.
But they don't really like. I was looking for a little bit more action, honestly.
Yeah.
you want someone to
guys.
get stabbed?
You want
Yeah.
some bully action?
Yeah, a little bit more bully
Little
action.
bully action. Like what? I mean, they end up doing. There's a later on. There's a montage of bully
maybe
bully
we'll-
pranks, but there's no like bully straight up
Yeah.
violence.
Yeah.
Like
Which
bully
which is what
action.
you're proposing.
Yeah.
Like you're like fucking someone while watching pornography. Bully action.
No. You're thinking
Like-
Larry Clark bully.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah,
pardon
yeah.
me.
Animals,
Oh,
yeah.
pardon
No,
me.
no, this is like fucking someone into a locker and then closing the door afterwards.
So there's a really lazy screenplay strategy here where
When they go to exposition class?
yes, you're exactly right, because he goes to like public speaking. I think they call it speech class or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's just like you're going to get up in the middle of the room and just say shit about you. That's your speech. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Mitchell is coming in the winter. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows everybody. What are you doing this for?
I guess maybe it's a second term thing. Now we're doing speech class and the first assignment.
Oh.
Maybe it's for the teacher's benefit. I mean, it's for the
Yeah.
screenplay's benefit for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's like,
'Cause
oh, yeah.
it's not like the first class of anything, is it?
No, it shouldn't be.
No, but it feels like it should be if it's like it's because it's literally every kid just stands up. They're like, this is my name and this is what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Most of it is I'm so and so and I'm a
Yeah,
bully.
maybe it was like
Professional bully.
I too am a bully.
Maybe last semester was health. Or
I
something.
see, yeah.
It's one of those like they split it. Did they split health? I think so.
Yeah, I did health and
wasn't a-
sociology one year.
Economy.
yes,
I think we
'cause-
did health and economy.
Right. 'cause-
No.
yeah, well, you did something,
It was like, well, we had a health class, but
but there wasn't enough for a full year. You kids
Yeah,
know
it was
enough
split.
about health.
You also took it, I think, like only once in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that was it.
that was our high school.
So then
at least.
after you took that health class, since you didn't have to worry about taking health class anymore, that's when you started smoking.
Let me let me put some orange cones for anyone who has Amazon Prime, just as an FYI, like steer clear of this one. They just released, and I thought this would be a real laugh riot. Coming home Saturday night. It's 2 hours of old DMV driver's ed.
I
No.
fucking knew this, and
No.
I fell for it too.
What happened? I'm about to jump into the trap.
It's 2 hours of like old fashioned driver's education
Scared
videos.
straight.
like dead kids and shit.
Yes,
Yep.
it is nothing but
Yep.
dead
Are you
bodies.
serious?
It is so many. It's like Faces of Death, but
Oh,
worse.
no.
And what's amazing? There's a bunch of these on Amazon Prime.
No.
Because they're all couched in this like kitschy, like
Yes.
look at these silly videos, and some of them are like industrial movies.
Yes.
And
or
everyone's just dead. It's just corpse party.
so it's
this
literally
one-
the Simpsons joke.
it's that Simpsons joke. It absolutely
They're
is.
appealing
Look at
him
all
off the
these-
sidewalk.
Look at all these children that have only lived to see Eisenhower as president.
But the fucking great part about this video, you should watch the first like 30 seconds because there's an opening scroll where it's this narrator and he's talking about like, you know, these are real, blah, blah, blah. And he has some line where he's like,
I'm Troy McClure.
he goes like, our actors didn't ask to be in this film. It's like because they're fucking mincemeat.
But no, that's the whole
Is
thing.
it, how graphic is it?
It's pretty graphic.
It's graphic.
Like
You're just looking
blood?
at dead bodies.
like pure
Yes.
like blood pieces.
You will see
Pieces?
blood.
Do they got pieces?
There's one guy. When I turned it off, we lasted about 20 minutes because it is funny insofar as the announcer just keeps like, "Look at this fucking dead person! What an idiot!" And it's just like, and like he like casts all this judgment like, this hotshot wanted to get so fast to his hot date, but now he's in hell. Like it's like
What?
that over and over and over again. But where I got to was somebody
Paul Walker.
drove into it was like a truck where poles went all over the place, and you see poles in the back of this skull, and I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm out. I'm out.
It's an interesting choice for Amazon to put on Prime.
Yeah,
What the
it is-
fuck is Bezos' problem?
I'm just saying orange cones. If you want to go past it, go right ahead. I'm just putting orange cones in front of that
But
one.
in that series, though, there are a bunch of worthwhile ones like, you know, visions of houses in the future or like silly commercials.
We watched
With dead people in them. This is what a house might look like in 30 years if it was full of dead kids.
2 hours of corpses footage.
But we did watch the sex ed one. which is kind of-
STDs.
It was mostly just like, what is your body? How does it work?
Oh,
all that
because
stuff.
there's an STDs
Oh
one.
shit! I'm gonna watch that.
It's
next.
like a frightening STD. Oh, this is Margot. Margot has the herp.
But the worst, and it's something that I can't leave my body, my mind, which is
Genital warts.
it's some kid is just like, yeah, I got a bunch of semen, and the other guy is like, oh well, that's just parts of a baby, and it's just like, ew, parts, just part. You want to spray a bunch
No,
of parts
that-
of a baby all over the place.
That's the crew of a ship.
Speaking of parts of a baby, Jack Black is in this movie.
yeah. All right, we're back to
By- by-
Airborne. Sorry.
Okay, listen. Now, Airborne is on Amazon. You have to rent it though, but it's a total recommend. I want to.
Oh wow, getting that right out the gate, huh?
Yes, I want people to know.
All right, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not talking about dead babies right now. Jesus fucking Christ.
I just put orange cones for people that
Uh-huh.
might want to.
Yeah, and now we're coming out of that down tempo number.
That's a good point.
Where are those pictures I was supposed to? Oh, nice.
But yeah, Jack Black is one. So he goes to speech class, and there's a bunch of it's me whenever I go anywhere. Everybody either wants to fuck this kid or fight him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no in between.
Is that?
Sometimes they want to fight him.
Sometimes I just don't want to be there.
Yeah, there's that too.
These kids didn't ask to be fought.
I have to say, this is one of the worst teachers in 1990s cinema.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
because these kids are just destroying this surfer dude in class, just totally ruining this kid's life. And this teacher isn't saying shit.
He's got no control. He comes in and like, hey,
Pathetic.
he's like, hey, Wiley's like, hey, this is my cousin Mitchell from California. And first things first, this kid gives the peace sign, and everyone's like,
okay.
we're out. We're out on this kid already. We're done.
You know what? I would be too. Put that shit away. Come on.
I wouldn't have been so judgmental.
First of all, it's not a greeting, all right? If anything, it's a fucking exit gesture.
Yeah, and
but
you're-
stop it.
It's so God. It's just like if you're not doughy Quentin Tarantino doing it, I don't even know what that is.
And then everyone has to give a speech. We meet Jack Black is a bully. He's like 29 years old.
At the youngest. I think I did the math. He was like 27 maybe.
Okay.
Either way, he's not a 16-year-old kid.
He's not a 16-year-old kid, but he does shave his face, and like he is the number 2 to this bigger bully.
Yes.
Jack is his name.
Oh, it certainly is.
He's built like a fucking tree. This kid's
Oh my
enormous.
He is. He's also 37 years old.
He's also 37.
I
years
think this kid left the set of Airborne and then went and played a dude Elaine dates on Seinfeld.
Accurate.
He's so
Yep.
old.
And then he did a construction shift.
And then he was in Cocoon.
Was
this
he in
hot-
Cocoon?
Played He played one of the cocoons because he's like a rock. This dude.
He did play for 10 seconds Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yes.
that's
crazy.
where I knew him from. It was funny.
Yeah.
Where have I seen this guy 100
Yeah.
times?
Oh wait, you said he was also in the next Karate Kid
Yes, he's the love interest in that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
previous episode.
So everyone wants to fuck or fight Mitchell because his 2 girls in the class are making fuck eyes at this kid
Oh,
like
yeah.
nobody's business. And these girls have 3 lines in the movie, but we have an idea of what their fantasy is for some reason.
The movie drops this whole we're seeing fantasies of characters very
love it.
early on. but
Better
it's-
off dead for like 9 seconds.
Well, also the conclusion's kind of better off dead.
Yes,
like
yeah.
we got to get down this mountain, but this time it's rollerblading.
Right.
But the
Really
first
good point.
fantasy is the bully's fantasy of throwing him out a window.
Oh,
And
right,
guess what?
murder.
Appreciated.
Yep.
Love this scene. Always have. It's just he just pictures grabbing Mitchell and throwing his entire body out a plate glass window.
It's
and-
because of that peace sign.
yeah.
That'll get you hucked out a fucking window.
First of all,
in
like a
Ohio.
floppy hair kid, like watch it. Just a number 1, watch it.
Just don't bring your conditioner with you. That kid is over conditioned. It's weird.
That's
Well,
true.
also, he's hitting on his property. I mean, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right. Was it his girlfriend or his sister?
His girlfriend.
Girlfriend and then his sister.
Sister
It's
is
his girlfriend.
Nikki.
It's his sister. It's his girlfriend. It's Cincinnati, Jake.
No one's eating that fucking chili with spaghetti underneath it in this movie. I was disappointed.
Oh my god, that stuff is disgusting. Look at that shit. You really doing that to yourself?
I've had it once.
Oh, yeah?
This hot shot wanted to eat chili with spaghetti under it. Now he has diarrhea. We're gonna watch it
Dude, that's
in
actually
grainy film.
those are instructional videos, man. What not to do at a fucking Applebee's. No, I think they call it Skyline Chili. There's a bar in the city. It's somewhere downtown. It might as well be out of business. I don't know. But it's like a Cincinnati bar. Like New York has that thing, as I'm sure a bunch of cities
Yeah.
with like transplants
Yeah,
have,
sure.
where it's like, you can go there and feel at home kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
it's a Cincinnati bar. They had this chili. I had it one time. I got to tell you, I don't know what the fucking big deal is. I mean, come on. It's totally fine chili with fucking spaghetti underneath it. I don't know.
I don't like, beans in my meat sauce usually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it either, Chris Cabin.
But I
I
will
like-
have
I like
beans.
beans and chili sometimes.
You know what? I will have a noodle made of beans, though.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's not
True.
bad.
That's not bad.
So then these girls look at him. These girls who amount to nothing. You think that that's
Yeah.
going to be the conflict? Is that he's going to fall in love with the bully's
But
girlfriend
dude,
or something?
this is Steve. This screenplay is taking you on a journey, and
Of
it has
Cincinnati.
twists and turns.
Oh, it's like a dead man's curve. It's a devil's backbone, my friend.
that's right.
So they look at him and they're like, oh my God, he's so hot. They show him like kind of half naked, which is a lot of this movie. How old was this kid when this was made, FYI?
I don't know. I hope nobody was calling the fucking federales, man. But he's like in his boxers. They're doing a weird a fan is on him.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
overconditioned hair is blowing in the wind.
Puts on sunglasses because he's a Cali guy.
just starts
underlocked.
jerking off.
Yep, that's what they do out there, man. San Fernando Valley. I know what you're up to.
So we wind up meeting the whole class. I mean, a lot of them don't matter. We learn that hockey is a big thing for some reason.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, wait, okay, so it's not a surfing movie, it's a hockey movie. Got it. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna beat the preps. And where do the preps go to school?
At the prep school.
Okay, at the prep
I
school.
just imagine this is the film gives you no help here, but I always just imagined that it was just like a private school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just, you're right. You are fucking out to sea in this screenplay.
But you know what? It's kind of refreshing. You don't have to hold my hand the whole time. I get it. These guys are jerks.
Well, yeah, it's not. I don't think there's sanctioned games or competition.
Yes,
No, I
it's
think
right.
it's all just neighborhood grudges.
Yeah,
This isn't
okay.
an official league. There's
No,
no
no.
banquet at the end of
Dude,
the season.
it's all cred, man. It's all about cred.
Yep.
As in street cred.
Uh-huh.
There is
like-
a line.
please.
I pointed out some fucking amazing dialogue from this screenplay that has twists, turns, and challenges for the audience. There's one of the girls, I don't remember which one, says, and maybe I misheard this, but maybe you guys heard it too. Eric's seen it 1,000 times apparently. She says, I want to be Al Pacino's love slave.
Sex slave.
Sex slave?
Sex slave.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
the-
hoo-ah, dude.
What? She just watched Cruising last night?
Yeah, dude, hips or lips.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, 15-year-old girl, hips or lips?
Dude, yeah,
They're about
that's
the same-
Airborne too, hips or lips.
Al Pacino's about the same height as a 15-year-old girl, so it would work out just fine.
Well, this is
I'm
93.
taller than you.
Oh boy, I got the locker on the top row. High school Al Pacino, awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of bullies. Oh, you see Miss Mancuso? She's got a great ass.
Hey, how'd you get that scar? Did you get it from a hall pass?
I just saw my biology teacher half an hour ago. Oh, mercy. Al Pacino in high school. That would make a great Adult Swim cartoon.
Or Robot Chicken, huh?
Hey, Seth, if
Oh.
you're listening,
Yeah.
we're laying off you. No, that's not the reason. He's all right.
You could get a solid 13-minute episode out of Al Pacino in high school.
We all hate movies at gmail.com.
So he, we learned that we're about to play the preps in hockey, and someone calls out, and they're like, you know what, Wiley, you got to join the hockey team or whatever. It's even. First of all,
He attempted to rebrand himself as a hockey guy.
Yes,
Big mistake. Big mistake.
This is what happens when you're a fucking liar like this. dude.
serial liar.
Because when someone actually says, "Okay, oh, you do that," then okay, do it with
Well, it's-
us.
I
And
give
it's
it
like,
to-
oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
It's a full package. He's got a nickname to go with the new hockey persona.
That's
that
right.
he only really gets to brandish because, according to them, the two other players got in trouble for putting X-Lax in the principal's coffee.
Dude, these bullies love pranks.
Awesome.
Why can't I
Love
see
pranks.
that?
Exactly.
I would love to see, yeah.
his pants
Yep.
just fucking wet.
With
Running
shit.
down the
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah.
if we're
dude.
doing fantasies, why aren't we like having at least a fantasy of what that?
Listen,
Yeah.
just listen. It'll take you like an hour, maybe or less. Just get some Skyline chili, throw it on some fucking khakis, and suddenly we have a raucous movie.
This movie
That's rock
could
and
have.
roll high school forever.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly right. This movie needed to up the raunch factor just to scotch. I got to tell you right now.
Yeah, it is very PG-ish, which is not, not
Except for
me.
things like Al Pacino's sex slave. Which
yeah,
is, what
that's
the fuck
weird.
are we doing?
The Wiley Man is going to join. Now we have to talk about the heights of these two kids because I think it's really important. As a
Sure.
short man,
Uh-huh,
Seth Green is also a very short man. That's probably why I like him so much. But this other kid, Mitchell, isn't that much taller than him.
No.
So they're both like 5'5" tops, absolute
So
tops.
they're like in between, like an Al Pacino between them or something. That's like the
It's like a Danny
medium.
DeVito and Al Pacino in a movie together.
Oh, fuck, I'd watch that. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my god, how amazing would that
Have
be?
they ever been in a movie together?
Yeah, I was trying to think. No.
Oh my god, them on like a road trip or something.
Yep. They're driving in a smart car.
Yep. And then
Look
they,
at all this room we got, Al.
and then they crash, and it's like these actors didn't choose to be in this movie.
You could say that about a lot of movies Al Pacino's been in.
No, they go to Wally World and like, why can't I ride? I'm 58 years old. I was like, well, you're 4'9", so I'm sorry.
John Candy's shooing him away.
But no, but like, so these kids are like 5'5", absolute total tops.
Yeah.
But everyone else in this movie, for some reason, is 6'5".
Yep.
Like the bully's Jack is enormous.
He's
Yeah.
a big guy because, again, he's 30 years old.
And like even Jack Black looks huge against these kids. So why would you pick Wiley, who is this big, to be on your hockey team if you're trying to win?
And also that Blaine guy is humongous too.
No,
That
oh,
guy
man,
might be like 6'7". That's like Liam Neeson in high school.
All right.
Now we're gonna.
You're gonna give me your bio notes, and then I'm going to take them.
That's right. That's right, Suzanne. I'm going to take you to prom.
I can't hand in homework in your handwriting. You're going to have to bring me the homework earlier and I will copy it.
You don't want me to get detention, do you? Well, do ya, butthead? Bring the toilet paper at midnight.
I have your horse carriage taken all the way to your house and you only have light beer.
I'm telling you, man, this is a good movie. This is Liam Neeson in high school. I would love it.
Absolutely.
You do one of those like body switch comedies,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's just Liam Neeson. Like when he looks in a mirror, he's like a 14-year-old kid or something.
Yeah.
But it's Liam Neeson the rest of the movie.
You know, here's what you could do, dude. You get him swap with Lucas Hedges from Manchester by the Sea.
Sure.
I'd believe that.
I don't want to see my dad in a goddamn freezer.
I think the thing about these short kids playing hockey, by the way, is that they're all that's there.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
also they recruit that dude Snake. He's the guy who's like the main kingpin of the Latin gang on Luke Cage.
Oh yeah, I
He's
know.
that guy.
He's Benicio del Toro's partner in Traffic.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
that's
also
why.
previous episode. He's the principal, man.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
He's that kid, too. I mean,
Uh-huh.
but he's short as fuck. And
And
they're like,
he's even shorter than Seth Green.
and Snake is the first choice. They're like, hey, Snake, you want to play hockey? He's like, yeah, all right. I was like, wait, what?
He's impossibly a bully in this school.
Yeah,
Everyone
I don't know.
just signed up for bully first day. So
Listen, if the school is fucking wretched with bullies like this, dude, I'd rather be part of the problem than, going against the
So,
grain.
This is a hockey game now, briefly, where Mitchell is put in and he accidentally scores a goal on his own team.
yes,
right?
Wiley gets hurt, and then Mitchell gets put in, and then he's
This was literally a blink and you miss it. I looked down at my laptop and looked back up, and all of a sudden Mitchell was playing hockey.
Yeah,
I did not understand.
like Eric
what
said, this
happened.
movie is not going to hold you by the hand.
No,
Exactly.
no, this movie
No.
made me grow the fuck up, dude.
He first chatted up the girl, Nikki,
Yes.
given like his poet laureate shit about the waves. He also tells her about how the one time he almost killed a young child, but he frames it in a way that it's like a good thing.
Twist ending. It's a twist ending to that story.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, what happened to the surfer that almost mutilated that poor child? He's living in Cincinnati, babe.
Yep. This dude Mitchell is smooth as fuck, dude.
He
He
is.
tells this story. He has her wrapped
He is.
around his finger with this storytelling. She's
Yeah.
like, whatever happened to this awful rage-filled boy?
Well, so what happens?
It's me.
He's talking
It's
about
me, Slobodan Milosevic. He's running a Yugoslavian country.
They forced him out with rock and roll music. But they no, but he tells a story about like, oh, I don't do aggression, man, because
Right.
I once knew this kid who always chased after waves, and one time he was chasing after a wave, and he fucking almost decapitated somebody with his surfboard. And she's like,
Right.
oh my god, who's that? And he's like, that was me, but I was doing the decapitated, honey.
Yeah, but I said it so well that like, don't you think I'm like great?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
well, because
strong,
he's
yeah.
talking
strong
about.
and-
He frames it in this like, this was the moment where I turned my life around.
Right, like I'm a better man for having maimed this child.
Exactly. It's also, he tells this story about 40 seconds after he gets to the skate park and greets everybody with a "Como está, ladies?"
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This guy's got nothing but game.
So
you know?
Oh, and of course the other two girls from the class are also throwing themselves at him.
Oh,
for-
sure.
We got
Again,
some lip lipping going
Yeah.
on.
I hadn't seen this movie in like 20 years. And then this scene when so he scores against his own team.
Yep.
And then everyone's mad at him. So they like tackle him.
Yeah.
And he's passed out on the ice for a minute. And this movie's got the cojones to do a full RoboCop reference, and I fucking loved it. I ate it up. You get like the static TV shots, and then everyone talking to him in that RoboCop POV. It's fucking RoboCop.
It's the same. It's the total like fisheye lens.
Yeah.
Like You all right? You wake up, Murphy. Are you there?
Yes. Oh God, I love it.
All right, in our old man high school that we're kind of creating here, that we're
Yep.
sketching out.
Yep.
Kirkwood Smith, main bully.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Bitches stay after school for detention with me.
You want to do my homework, Johnny?
Man, there's just like so many bullies. The bullies have begun to feed on bullies.
That's right, dude. They're cannibalizing other bullies.
That's insane.
But also, this kid would be in the concussion protocol. Like, this is a bad situation. This kid's like out. I mean, I guess because there's no refs or no faculty around.
Yeah.
Like, it's nighttime. This kid wakes up. It's like, whoa, go to a hospital. If you wake up and the fucking sun has set, it's time to go to the hospital.
Go right back to sleep.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
See what happens.
Tell the truth. Concussion.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers that movie.
So he winds up. He's like, oh, the bullies won't care. It's fine. That we're even now. And then Seth Green's like, you don't know what you just did.
Nope. You opened up a fucking world of hurt, son.
And then we have 20 minutes of a montage. This is most of the movie.
This is
a
so
montage.
good.
It's a
So
bullying
good.
montage. I can't remember the last time I saw one of these.
So
Sergei Eisenstein.
a lot of it's homoerotic, which is good.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, most of high school bullying is homoerotic. That's the only way it works out.
There's so many sexy pranks they pull on this kid. It is out of control.
It's like, oh, now you're naked.
Yeah, well, we stole your clothes from the shower. Guess you're gonna be wet and naked all over this school.
Oh my God.
Hoo-ha!
Did you see how we got this kid? Yeah. He's naked and he's soaking wet.
That's and they're calling him pretty boy left and right.
Sure. There's a little bit of truth to that, fellas.
You're about to be wet.
So, but one of my
Want to get wet, Johnny?
one of my favorite. Hey, they put gunk all over Seth Green's. I don't know what this stuff is.
It's between gum and glue.
Somewhere between.
It's gloom.
New Elmer's Gloom.
Because he's like trying to open his locker and there's shit all over it. It's making me throw up a little
It's
bit.
disgusting.
It was-
It gets like stuck to the locker.
It's like Pepto-Bismol pudding.
And
They put sand in Mitchell's locker because you like sand, don't you, boy? You like sand, Johnny?
yeah, that's good bullying, boys. To be Kirkwood Smith.
Well done, guys.
They wet all the toilet paper while he's taking a stinking load.
Here's
This
the
is an
thing.
important part.
Here's the thing. You do not fuck with someone taking a shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, no, but that's a good one. I think
Have
that's a good-
some decorum. You are taking a shit.
Oh, go ahead and do it. But now Mitchell is completely within his rights to come to school with a baseball bat
Yeah,
and really,
'cause
really show them what's what.
Fucking with you when you're taking a shit. That's
Yeah.
like the chemical warfare of high school. Like you can, it is like beyond.
It is the red line. That's the red
exactly.
line.
It is the red
so,
line.
It's so inappropriate.
I don't know why every fucking men's room or boys' room stall that I grew up with was always broken, and I gotta do that. You're doing the prop up with your leg.
Oh, I got that beat. Once in high school, I took a shit with. There's just no door.
Oh, come
Just
on.
no
What?
door.
Let's have
No
some
door,
fucking
dude.
respect.
No, it wasn't even a stall. It was like a little separate brick corridor for the toilet, and it's just open.
Why were there no doors? I mean, this was before
was-
the NRA invented
This-
school shootings.
It was
This wasn't Mars Bar?
Oh man,
No.
Yep, the Mars Bar bathroom definitely did not have a fucking
I went
stall
to
door.
Mars Bar High. No, I think it had just been broken off, and they never repaired it. And like
Gosh,
that was my
jeez.
option.
But that's the thing when bullies would love to do is like lock the door and kick it because I broke it good. It's like you have to shit there. We all have to shit there.
Not everybody shits at school, man.
Well, I'm
never.
sorry, Prince Valiant.
I never. It wasn't until I got to college and it was like, accept it. You literally live here.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
rode
I
your
did.
white horse all the way back to home.
I gotta
Yep.
say, I tried to do that a few times. It worked most of the time, but yeah, sometimes you got to get off that steed and do the deed.
Sometimes you have to pull the lever.
I'm not saying I never did it. I'm just saying, like, I tried my best to really not have to take a shit at school.
We don't have any bumper stickers currently, but get off the steed and do the deed might be
By the way, future mailbag episode, write in if you had to take a shit at school.
Oh yeah, please.
But what fucking disgusting summer camp Crystal Lake horseshit bathroom is this? Where above the stall, hanging there, are chains with rolls of toilet paper hanging. What the fuck is this shit?
think that's-
It's like Sing Sing all of a sudden.
Come
Yes,
on!
you're right. I think it was just done that way for convenience sake so that we could get through this scene fast. You could easily dump this water on. You just take these cups and you dump water on it. You don't have to I guess you'd have to hose down the bathroom if it was in a conventional.
Yeah,
Right,
What
yeah.
I do appreciate is this movie does have the follow through to make this kid do a shit walk.
And they show the shit walk and he's picking his ass, and you know that shit is nasty.
But this is. Listen,
Hey,
here-
don't pick your ass in that situation. You just got to John Wayne it all the way to the next bathroom.
But I didn't know.
wide stance the whole way.
Is that what he was doing the whole time?
Dude,
That's-
is he fucking.
Hey, Pilgrim, do you have a square you could spare?
Listen,
Yep,
is
yet
he,
another time where I couldn't find another bathroom.
is he cowboy walking like that because he's a fucking Cottonelle bear and he couldn't wipe his ass properly? Or did he wipe his ass with the wet toilet paper and he's just got a soaked asshole?
Well,
that's a
but then
different-
your hand's full of shit too.
You know what? I mean, geez, what would you do in that situation? That's a tough
Oh,
one.
that's a good one.
You wipe your ass
yeah,
with the wet toilet paper.
toilet
Of course
paper, you do the
I
best
guess
you
you'd
can.
try. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess you'd
Listen,
try.
all toilet paper should
Or
be wet, man. We should be walking around with a bunch
conversely-
of wet naps in our pockets.
Stay in that stall all night long until it's dry. Until it's dry as a bone.
And then it turns into another Liam Neeson movie. There's like wolves outside. It's like, oh no, I've waited for the toilet paper to dry, but now the wolves are after
To
me.
walk amongst the tombstones. There's
It's
no
like the
toilet
gray,
paper.
but it's the brown.
Jesus.
Directed by Joe Carnahan. So yeah, he does that. I mean, but that's the thing is, I think because they show him do that, and that's like the last prank, and then he goes up to Wiley. He's like, Wiley, these guys suck, man.
Dude, and this is another repugnant Seth Green line right here. It's right after the ass picking, and Seth Green spooks him in the hallway. It's a classic fake out. And he's like, listen, I got this shitty wet ass. And Seth Green's like, you think that's bad? They put itching powder in my jockstrap. I hope the girls didn't think I was walking around all day with a chubby. And he starts grabbing his dick. And Mitchell's like, dude, I got a shitty wet asshole here. Do not grab your dick in front of me right now.
We're a pair as it is.
Yeah, we're the shortest kids in school. We're being mocked every day.
So he goes home. Mitchell goes home after this horrendous day, and this is a classic Mrs. Poole overreaction if I ever saw one. Because Mitchell's just tired. He's got a shitty wet asshole. He sits down on the floor right outside, right when he gets in the foyer. She starts screaming, thinking that he's OD'd
This is what makes me think he must have wiped his asshole.
because he sits down.
Because he doesn't go straight for the fucking
Yeah, that's
bathroom
Oh, yep.
or the shower
I was
or
gonna say
his room.
shower's the move there.
Any of these. And beeline it. Don't sit down in the hallway.
Maybe, or she thinks he's dead because she smells like, oh, he released his bowels.
Sure.
He's gone. He's left the world, Father.
Oh dear, I don't know what these Californians do, but that's not patchouli I'm smelling.
No, she starts freaking out. She's like, oh no, Father, get in here. He's OD'd. He found the drugs.
I'm telling you, Noah Hawley, it's her. She's got a bunch of snapping turtles that she's feeding people to.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's like something like that.
It's like Mason Verger, but a little lamer.
exactly.
And it takes forever.
Oh dear, now you can't leave. Like that kind of.
Oh, hey there. Look, the boys are coming for you, Terry. It's Donatello and Raphael.
She runs an exotic fish store and she has piranhas.
that's it. That's the move.
what it is.
Noah, I know you're. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for the Patreon support. He's a huge Patreon supporter. He's got 2
Congratulations
accounts.
on all the awards.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
Mrs. Poole as a fucking Wisconsin hit boss, great idea. Great idea.
Yeah. A leg up would be nice too. Is that what it's called? It's not a hand out. No, it's not a hand out. It's a hand up.
Maybe it's a hand up
Give me
Yeah.
give me a handy.
or leg.
Come on, guy.
leg down.
Come on. I need it.
Eric needs a hangy.
So just when things can't get any worse, he realizes, what? I've got an incredible game and this girl's looking for me. Like he just,
Yep.
well, no, I'm sorry. He remembers that he likes to rollerblade.
Yep.
The movie forgets for an hour that this movie is about rollerblading.
The movie sends him a package.
If you are talking to rollerblades at the beginning of the movie, at no point are you forgetting that you like rollerblading.
The opening credits, it's like, this kid, Seth Green, Jack Black, blah, 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 and a special appearance by Team Rollerblade.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, this movie's about rollerblading. He's like, oh man, what can I do in this town without a surfboard? Oh wait, I'm really into rollerblading.
Time to surf the sidewalk.
He does arrive in winter, so maybe he's waiting till spring.
That's true. Yeah, you want to wait for
and he
the ice to thaw.
forgets about it because of the constant torment.
Because it's been 1 week, and I guess winter
Winter is
ended over 1
Well,
week.
time's
It's
a
1
little
week.
weird in Cincinnati, apparently, because there's
Yeah.
different accounts. It's like it's 3 weeks, it's 3 months, it's whatever.
Yeah, at one point because we're
Supposed to be
told
6 months.
we're told at the beginning of the movie this stint, if his parents are not arrested by the FBI, is 6 months long.
The sting is going to go for 6 months.
Towards the end of the movie, he says to Jack, it's in the big restaurant confrontation.
Yeah.
It's like, so and so, you've been giving me shit for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But a minute later, he then says this is like the end of Act 2 shit, the big falling out. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, I don't even care, man, because I only got 3 months left. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, which
Which
is it?
Yeah, because time moves very weird in Cincinnati.
Especially when you don't
Yeah.
get to rollerblade every day.
It's
All
a-
these
right-
kids are on slow-mo.
right now. It's 1978 there.
Very minute.
It's time just works differently.
So yeah, he puts on his blades. I'm sorry.
Yes, right.
And all of his safety equipment, because this movie wants you to know.
Yep.
Only a
You know
sucker rollerblades without a helmet.
It's not uncool to have a few pads.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
Mitchell does it. Goosen does it. The Goose Man's doing
He's
it.
the coolest guy I've ever seen.
you guys saw this at home. Neither of you saw this in theaters, right?
No.
Yeah,
Because
at
I would
home.
think there would be a short beforehand about always pad up.
Oh, yeah, like a recruiting video.
Yeah.
Like, look how cool rollerblading is. Look how cool it is, though, when you're doing it safely.
So
I
he's-
should say, in the 90s, I was a massive rollerblading fanatic.
Wow.
What?
Big time.
Like
Huge.
a spectator or a participant?
Participant.
Ooh.
Skating, every day.
Really?
Big time. Big time.
Did you wear pads?
No.
Well, why not? I mean, it's the coolest thing you could do.
I know, dude. I wasn't cool.
Did you ever take a tumble?
Big time.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Constantly.
Did you get cut the fuck up?
Big time.
Did you ever break anything?
No, I never broke anything. Couple of hand sprains, a lot of scraped knees, elbows.
You and my dad would have really liked each other in the 90s. My dad was rollerblading all over the place.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How are you rollerblading in the Bronx?
Just get on and go. my
Carefully.
friend. Yeah, exactly.
Hold on to the back of the subway train.
With your hand on your wallet the whole time. That's how you're doing it.
So he's rollerblading around and he runs into Nikki.
Well, also, first of all, it's like a Rocky montage of the rollerblading.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
what's
Beautiful.
important to me
Love it.
is he finds this skating community, and it's
Right.
hundreds of kids. Hang out with those kids.
Yep, they have their
That's
little,
That's your crew.
Yeah, but
under
they-
the highway skate park, all that
Yeah,
shit.
But they don't go. They weren't in my speech class at the start of the movie, so I probably should stop talking to them.
But yeah, I don't know anything about them. But they're all there, dude. Dwayne, Critter,
Yes,
Larry.
exactly. Oh, dude, they've got a weed. You want your weed connection? There's your weed connection.
Yeah.
No,
talk
because
to-
this guy doesn't smoke weed or whatever, you fucking liar
No,
movie.
just go talk to Sniff. He's got it, man.
Sprite bottles upon Sprite bottles of LSD.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
where
all of
they
it.
all are.
It's either that or you got to show him with a Bible. Like he's
Yeah.
got to be one of those Californians.
Oh,
it's
you-
rotten out there with those
That's-
guys.
Look, gotta find a click and hold on for dear life.
For dear life, man. Your life comes at you fast. You'll get fucking whiplash.
So, like you said, he does wind up meeting Nikki, who is his love interest.
Who he talks a lot. He bonds with this girl mainly by talking about Popeye.
Oh, right, because
And what-
Popeye, dude.
He's
Eric,
a great man
Eric, tell the audience why Popeye is this dude's favorite person.
because he is what he is.
Yeah, I
right.
am what I am.
He's also a cartoon.
He also got a lot of fiber.
He was
Also,
also
yes.
a sailor who fucked.
I think that
Took
the whole
hefty shits. 'Cause
the
of
whole
that fiber.
Popeye thing is like, yeah, I am what I am because I'm deformed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he had to really come to grips with that. You have
he's
those
he's
arms.
a functional chud.
Come to grips, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Ah,
Wow.
nice.
Steve
Dude,
Zadak, pun wizard.
Also, tattoos on the forearm, bold move.
Yeah, exactly.
He started there. He didn't have anything on the
No.
up. What's that? Bicep.
Yeah, nothing on the bicep, nothing on his pelvic bone.
And that's the thing is like Popeye is this fucking deformed functional chud as we're calling
He
it.
had a tramp stamp though.
He finds
does.
love and olive oil, and all the time this fucking fat guy has to mooch his way in. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pluto.
And his only friend in the world is the biggest loser in cartoon history. Fuck you, Wimpy.
Wimpy? Oh,
Yeah.
Wimpy's great, man. Wimpy's like us. You know what? It's like a podcaster. It's like a 1920s.
Here's the thing.
That's what he's trying. He's trying to get Patreon started with the hamburger thing.
Right, that's what a Patreon account is. It's like, why don't you pay me for a cheeseburger and I'll give it to you on Tuesday. I swear that episode's coming out on Tuesday.
Oh, a commentary 4 times a year.
Here's another
Give me
video.
another cheeseburger.
Here's another video of me eating a cheeseburger.
Contribute now. I'll put it up there.
Another
know-
one tomorrow.
There's some cam boy out there who's just like, pay me to eat Burger King.
Oh, sure.
If you donate another 15 tokens right now, I will eat this 5-piece nuggets all at the same time.
Oh shit! Is that going to be a new Patreon level?
Yeah, it's just us eating food.
That's the $20 a month level?
But I think also I had some other Popeye thing, but it doesn't really matter. Point is, this kid loves Popeye. They bond over Popeye.
Sure.
At the hockey game, but she's off doing her own thing.
Uh-huh.
He does the classic like, oh hey Nikki, hey, and then he like falls down the hill.
Yeah.
It's like Lara Flynn Boyle in Wayne's World.
And she's like your classic straight-haired environmentalist from the 90s.
We had those.
Yes.
We
Yeah, a couple
need
of them.
more of them.
Yes, we do.
Honestly, we need everyone straighten your hair and become environmentalists. I mean, the world depends on it. Okay,
It's true.
It's really true.
But it's the fault of like pop culture and shit that
Mm-hmm.
stuff is like vilified because she's not made fun of in this movie really,
No.
but it's like she's slightly lesser because she likes going to the botanical garden.
Well,
you know what I mean?
hey, honey, I'm watching Salute your shorts with the girls. Why is everybody making fun of Zoe? She's the only one with her head on forward. By the way, I'm Al Gore.
Oh shit! Is he the principal of Old Man High School?
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody, gym class.
You're gonna climb the rope, Pacino. I got all night, mister. You're gonna sit here with those little buns and scurry up that rope.
We lost all our arts funding.
Yes.
So they go to this botanical garden, and she immediately falls in love with this dude because he can name plants.
Oh, dude, that's a move.
That's it.
Yep.
a
Because his
good move.
parents are like these, botanists / zoologists, which
Yes.
is like, I don't know that that's necessarily a thing. Like, pick
And
one:
I don't
plants
know
or
if that-
animals.
I don't know if that's trickled down knowledge either.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much time in the fucking day.
he was just lying. He's like, oh yeah, that's the
Redinus hoppidus.
There you go.
But he
There you go.
guesses correctly though because she's holding her hand over the sign.
Yeah, no. He knows it.
No,
But
he,
I
went, he
think-
broke in the night before.
I think he was like going on trips with them because when they say like we're going to Australia, it's like, oh cool, we're going to Australia. Like I think he's going
Yeah.
on a lot of these journeys and maybe picking up some knowledge along the way.
Oh, I see.
Little rich boy, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
big
Did you
time.
see
Did
this
see that
house?
fucking house?
Did you see this
Holy
house?
fuck! Yes, I did.
saw that house?
I saw that house, dude.
Jesus
what is this?
Christ.
A science fiction film?
It's like, oh, we're going to Australia. I'm like, all right, little bird boy. All right.
You know what I thought that house was? That fucking Winchester mansion where that crazy ass old lady was building additions for ghosts.
Yes.
Exactly. That's half what this movie is. It's like, oh no, my solarium's gone. Like he has to live like a middle class class lifestyle in
His
Cincinnati.
parents are like building Xanadu. Like he keeps on this is like
Yes.
staircases to nowhere just to have them.
Oh man, where's my surfboard's bedroom? And so on.
So like yeah.
He's also, this is disgusting. He is rollerblading, and then she's like, I'm going into the botanical garden. Come on in with me. He is walking around this
Yes.
botanical garden barefoot. Fuck
Ew.
you. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Ew.
That is good. You're not on the beach, Mitchell.
So I
There's
think
somebody would have stopped him. I'm
you're in
sorry.
a public works area. Ew.
You're in a fucking flower museum. Put socks on.
Dennis from the front, he noticed. Trust me, he noticed.
He does some rollerblading throughout this place too, to
Yes.
the
Yep.
point of which getting kicked out.
Yeah. He
And-
laughs in that woman's face.
Right, because he's a rich white kid.
Right.
And
Of course.
anyone else would have gotten shot for
And he's
what he
not,
did.
and he's as he says, he's gonna be gone in fucking 3 months. What do I care?
Yeah, fuck it, dude. What of the reputation he leaves behind in
But
Cincinnati?
I guess he repairs that a little bit with the girl, I guess.
With Nikki?
Well,
yeah.
we're gonna get this. So they make a date, and she's like, he's like, oh no, I planned on hanging out with Wiley this Friday. By the way, break that date with Wiley.
Yeah.
Say
Yep.
Wiley, hey man, hey, the Nintendo's that way, brother. You know what I mean? Like that's
I
how
don't-
that shit works.
'Cause listen,
Family
here's the
Matters
thing.
is to the left.
Yeah,
That's what's going on Friday, Wiley.
Urkel coming.
See you later. I am getting it on Friday. You fucking go watch Perfect fucking Strangers. I don't give a shit, Wiley.
It's okay, Wiley. We'll stay in and watch Perfect Strangers.
I'll bring the Doritos.
Are you talking to imaginary Liam Neeson again?
Hoo-ha! Who's got the Doritos?
I would hang out with those dudes on a
Oh,
Friday night.
fuck yeah.
But in
This
this
is
instance,
crazy Seth Green sitting on a couch alone.
doing voices.
Yeah, I like that
he's
idea.
doing voices.
So
well, yeah, because Seth Green is much less pretty than Nikki.
yeah. So, but like, he's like, oh, you know, my cousin, I was supposed to hang out with him. She's like, well, I'll bring a friend. You bring your cousin. And he goes back and he's like, Wiley, we got dates this Friday. And I hadn't seen this movie in a really long time. And it sets up like a porno. And I'm like, oh my God, is it really going to happen? He's like, we got dates this Friday. And I think he's like, I'll do it on one condition. You have to help me to know what to wear.
I'm too sexy for this montage. Too sexy for this montage.
I was in my house alone with
love
my
it.
cats, drinking a beer, and I screamed "Yes!" when it happened.
It is so good.
This
It
is
so
after
good.
he is. You cheered then, Steve, but did you cheer before where Seth Green is disgustingly brushing his teeth?
I almost vomited.
That
at
is
this.
tough. That is
And
tough
like
to
he's
witness.
got like the
That is rough.
foamed up toothpaste all over his face.
That is disgusting.
It is wretched.
That's what Gina Davis and fucking Alec Baldwin really saw when Beetlejuice's face went over the. That's what
Seth
they
Green
saw.
brushing
Seth
his
Green with
teeth.
this fucking
It is-
toothpaste all over his fucking face.
It is really disgusting. Do figure out how to brush your teeth. You're
What
fucking
is he
18.
doing?
You're 16 years old at this point. Brush your teeth properly.
Ugh.
So,
So,
it's
yeah,
it's
some
the
of
I'm
these
Too Sexy
outfits,
montage.
man. Whew.
But what I love about this movie is it has the gall to be like, oh, you know what I watched last year? Encino Man. You know what we're gonna do? Exactly that scene.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
It's
so we'll
shameless.
do. Oh, I know what you're talking about. We'll get another song like I'm Too Sexy. No. We're not gonna get another song. We're gonna get that song.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm Too Sexy is like the song licensing equivalent of like nowadays buying standard def DVDs out of a huge bin at a Walmart.
Okay,
you know what I
like
mean?
3
Where it's like,
a
Also,
Michelle
it's like-
Branch song.
You're clearly doing what that other movie did. Just do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah, I
not
guess
pussyfoot around.
That's
Just do it.
you're ripping them off. You're ripping off Pauly Shore.
But
do it.
the
Yes.
Venn diagram of people who had seen Encino Man and had then went on to see Airborne is a purple fucking circle.
Exactly.
Purple circle, my
Exactly.
friend.
Circle.
It's purple
That's
circle.
That's why the 90s are so crystallized.
Although I have to say, Descent. Then I saw Encino Man in theaters.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not see Airborne.
No, that's what I'm
You
saying.
should be
But if
deported.
you were watching Airborne,
Oh.
then you had seen Encino
Definitely,
Man. Not,
definitely.
It doesn't go
Oh,
that.
okay.
It's like
Definitely.
that SAT thing. It's like
Yeah, absolutely, then.
All
You
should
these
still be
are those
deported.
are not
But
those
no,
are
no,
these.
no. I'm sorry. I have to. Chris Cabin cannot be deported, dude. He's
'Cause then
not a
you'd be
fucking-
deported, too.
He's not a father of 5 from El Salvador with
Yeah.
fucking cancer.
Yeah, I'm white. God damn it.
Oh, right. Then,
don't say
oh, wait.
deported.
Oh, right. Yeah. There's shitty people can stay.
The good people leave. So yes, we got an I'm Too Sexy. Like Eric
Oh,
was
my
saying,
God. Cowboy outfit, number one.
No,
Boom.
not
Great.
number one.
Well, it's in there. It's number one for
But
me.
the number one,
Number one with a bullet.
the number one for me is the first thing he comes out as is the fucking killer from Nightmare Beach.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's a great one.
He's got the motorcycle helmet, the whole leather outfit. He's like, what do you think of this one? I'm like, what are you, murderer? My God.
But also, by
How
the
does
way,
he have all this dress-up clothes?
That is the mystery of all of these I'm Too Sexy
So
montages.
many.
I'm sorry, this
so
is
many outfits, so many styles.
this is a sex game because it's I'm gonna parade out and this kid's gonna laugh at me the whole time.
Yep.
It's sexual humiliation.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
because he's like really honking, laughing at every single
They
outfit.
can't
Yep.
all be funny.
exactly.
Think about the time it takes to change in between all these things.
And at a certain point, you're like, "Well, I'm gonna steel myself because
I'm sitting here. It's hour 4.
exactly, and I'm gonna steal myself because I know Wiley's got another outrageous outfit.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what, Wiley, put on normal clothes.
Yep. You're
So
just
that's-
gonna wear baggy jeans
Whatever
and a t-shirt
you
anyway.
would wear anywhere else.
That's the end game. You know, we get to regular clothes, but for a while, you know, we check out all this stuff. There's like hacky sack guy. There's everything.
There's like a
Every
Hugh
90s
Hefner guy for
Oh,
no reason.
yeah.
You're
He's
not
got
gonna wear a fucking smoking jacket, Wiley.
Well, no, he's got to fill his shame tanks, and then he can go out into the world.
Yeah, oh yeah, isn't this a ridiculous outfit? Aren't you gonna laugh at me?
And this kid is laughing till he shits. It's ridiculous.
Do you want to call your friends to laugh at?
And one of the outfits he does is exactly his character from Can't Hardly Wait.
Yep, pretty much.
He does,
Oh,
he
yeah.
like does some like rap dancing, and it's
Yeah.
like that's real funny.
Little fucking Kenny Chester Cheetah,
A lot of them are also just fucking Daria types.
yeah,
they are.
yes,
Yep. No, I think he dresses like Trent at one point.
Dude,
Also-
all of life is just another Daria type.
I love that show. There's a line here again because this motherfucker brings up Popeye, and he's
my
like,
God, the fucking
"Hey,
Popeye.
Seth Green, you want to know why Popeye's the greatest?" And Seth Green responds,
No.
"He was gay."
Oh no.
What is
It's-
the situation
He's
here?
like, oh, you know, we know Popeye's the greatest. Like, no, why? Well, because every time,
He didn't dress flashy to try to attract olive oil.
exactly, and he didn't,
I am
he-
what I am.
He didn't care what olive oil thought of him, and he's like, do you know why? And he's like,
Right.
because he was gay, and like,
But it's a weird. Yes, that's
because he
that's
has to wear a uniform.
yeah.
He's
He's
a
in,
fucking
first,
sailor
first of
man.
all, he's in the fucking military. Fuck you, Seth Green.
yeah.
But it's a weird.
thank you for your service, Popeye.
Yes.
You're welcome. But the kid Mitchell doesn't laugh at it, but also isn't like repulsed. He's just like, no, that's not why. Let me tell you.
It's
why.
actually a fine like reference of gay in a movie like this because it's not Bill and Ted where we're saying the F bomb.
It's. I was surprised
Because it's just like he was gay. It's like no, he's not. Like you know what I mean? It's like
Right,
it's
they
a
didn't-
it's a plausible option.
It wasn't like as hateful as you'd expect out of a 90s film.
Exactly. It's not. He's not reviled for it. It's like no, he's not gay. It's,
Yeah.
It's this other thing.
It was
You know what I
actually it's a negative stereotype with the Navy, I think we're referencing.
mean? Yeah, that's true. Actually, you're
which is
probably
kind
right.
of shitty.
It's
but-
kind of shitty. It's like a yeah.
It's just
it's a D, not an F.
Yeah.
But don't worry, the movie gets sweet revenge because they go to pick these girls up for the date. And Seth Green rings the doorbell, and this girl opens it, and she's instantly repulsed by him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
Instantly.
did you catch what he was doing in the bathtub before?
Jerking off? Was he jerking off?
Did you see
He-
this? Did you see this?
He put a bunch
see him
of
jerk
soap
off?
on the fucking wall like a lunatic.
Oh, right. He wrote her
and he
name. in
wrote
it.
her name.
Yep.
Oh,
This
I fucking missed this.
serial killer shit.
Yes, thank you.
Serial killer
Oh my
shit.
God.
Fucking that viscera, dude. Guaranteed.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna lie in any situation. He's writing people's name in soap.
I mean,
Get
I
a
guess
lock of her hair, make a pillow person, and then kill that.
Pillow person. Yes. That should have been a 90s movie. Pillow person.
Oh, Attack of the Pillow People?
or like just
We gotta find this kid. He's got pillow people everywhere.
this kid starts okay, so this kid makes pillow people
Yeah.
based on like girls and people he likes, and
Yeah.
he fucks the pillow people.
Right,
and
right.
then he ejaculates into it and it comes to life for some reason.
Oh, now it's like
So
Jack
that-
Frost.
Exactly. But so then that pillow person leaves and he has to make a new one and he fucks that one and they all become animated. Now the whole town, and you got the sheriff out there shooting down feathers.
You know what? Noah Hawley clearly is a big
Still-
listener, a big
still listening,
Patreon.
yeah.
But you know what? Also, a person on Patreon that we need to thank is Todd Solondz. This is perfect material for you, sir.
I'm gonna fuck that fucking pillow so hard. I'm gonna fuck this pillow's fucking feather brains out.
Oh my God, Pillow People, directed by Todd Solondz.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
He's
That
looking
guy
for a
needs
fantasy title.
That dude needs a hit. All I'm saying,
does.
Todd
that's
could
true.
use a hit.
It's sci-fi's big now,
Exactly.
That's true. That's
or
true.
two.
That's true.
Just saw her best friend wrapped up in pillowcases.
God damn, it'd be great.
So they go on a date, and this kid finally kisses Nikki.
Dude, tongue kissing on the pier.
Well, it's weird because this it only makes sense because of the way this date has to unfold. But they're like, "Hey, before we get dinner, do you want to go to the pier?" It's like, no, you do that after the dinner. That's,
Right.
That's how dates go forward.
Well, maybe they picked him up a little early. You don't want to get that early
Well, then
bird
again,
special.
it's Cincinnati, and you're like, oh, we're gonna eat like chili with spaghetti. Why don't we make out before that happens?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get the making out done first before we eat chili with spaghetti.
We have some time before our reservations at the Sock Hop.
That town charter actually stipulates it has to have extra onions in it.
It's illegal otherwise. So they do go, they make out, and then they finally go to this diner, which is my favorite scene in the movie.
It's a good one.
It's great.
It's a good one. We referenced it earlier.
And they're just hanging out, and Wiley is still lying up a storm. He's like,
Oh, my
I come
God.
here all the time. I'm a regular.
Yeah, I'm a Vietnam veteran, et cetera, et cetera.
I sleep here with the fucking manager.
It's a weird. He goes, I come in on Tuesdays late. I sit in the back with the manager.
Yep.
Here's
we
the
make
thing.
Pillow People together.
We make and then fuck our own pillow people at the back of this
On
restaurant.
the tables nightly.
I think that's a good little Oscar for Seth Green, Pillow People.
Well, that's
directed by
true.
Todd Solondz.
I can't be your friend if you're making Pillow People. It's like a friction
you know
between
what?
him and his best friend Liam Neeson.
Imaginarily.
Neeson's trying to get a little ambitious lately. Maybe he goes for a Solondz movie.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
It's,
maybe.
oh yeah, it's a really good movie. It's me and Seth Green. It's called Pillow People.
It can't be any worse than the fucking Commuter, dude.
That's a really good point.
Saw that in the theaters. I did.
Did I?
Stay the fuck tuned. Well, this is what needs to happen in that screenplay moment, though, because he needs to be talking all this shit, right? And then the girl goes, "Oh, hey, Uncle Leo, hi,
Yeah.
come over here," and her uncle like owns the place or something.
Sure, that'd be fun.
Or if you don't want that extreme, you don't want to introduce another character, just have her say like, "Oh, really? I know for a fact that this restaurant is closed for like restock on Tuesdays."
Something, yeah. Just
Anything.
shut him down.
Yeah, really, just fucking stick it to this.
But what
kid.
shuts him down are these two fucking behemoths that come in, these bullies.
The two guys, the preppies.
They're the prep dudes. So one dude's Blaine, and the other guy. So like, what's great about this movie is you very rarely get to see pairs of bullies like this. So you've got Jack and Jack Black are one pair of bullies. So that's your standard bully.
whose name is Jack Black
Augie.
is Augie.
Augie, who's your standard just fat bully sidekick. He's a loudmouth. He's got a lot of fun voices. Jack Black.
Classic number 2.
Number 2 for Blaine is your classic dolphin laughing guy. And you wanted to go.
Oh,
You know who that dude totally reminded me of? The fucking the weirdo weasel in
fish.
Roger Rabbit.
Oh yes, exactly.
Like just
Yes.
he's like a little bit fucked up.
He's like, oh Blaine, look at these kids.
Yeah, dude, he's got the scumbag laugh.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Ew.
Yeah.
This kid. So you get all the whole two different bully ecosystem scene. So they come in and they
And
start.
they're just coming together in this movie though. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just can't even not believe it. Just these worlds of bullies colliding on screens.
So the bullies come in and
it's the
apparently
most ambitious crossover event in history.
Of all time.
Yes, of all time.
Infinity War's coming out on Friday. Yeah, the same difference.
Infinity Bullies, dude.
Oh fuck.
Infinity Bullies.
Yes.
That's what that movie should be called. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
You got Thanos and then some guy dolphin laughing behind him.
I think that's Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, Thanos, we're totally gonna take all their stones and blow up their all.
Or that laugh happens when Thanos like makes a bad joke. Or
Yes,
something.
exactly. Nice planet. Be sorry if something happened to.
Or someone makes a joke about Thanos. Thanos doesn't get it, right? Like someone starts playing the Tootsie Roll song.
Oh, right.
And then this dude's like, and then Thanos is like, what's so funny? And he's like, nothing, Thanos. Thanos.
Do you want to see my impression of a zit? Come here, Thor. Oh, I'm crushing your head. And then it explodes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So they wind up. The bully Blaine, who's the head prep bully, has a history with Nikki, and he's like, "Come on, Nikki, let's go." And it's like real rapey, real quick. And I'm like,
Really?
"Nah."
I didn't even know these people were going to be characters.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I was not prepared for this. Again, this screenplay challenging you at every
Yes.
turn. Somewhere around here, like I think like Seth Green steps in and is like, "Hey, you get your damn hands on," or whatever.
And again, like the girls are like, "Oh, why aren't they stepping in and standing up for us?" I'm like, because they're shorter than you. Like honestly, these two dudes are fucking Chris Hemsworth types.
Yeah.
And these guys are like Seth Green types, and that shit don't work out very well.
Yeah, dude, you couldn't do battle with Thor.
No, of course not. Like if that happened, I'd be like, "I'm sorry, man. What do you want me to do? Get me a gun and I'll have a chance."
Oh, nice.
I would be a good guy with a gun.
And I think it's Jack right here. It's like Seth Green says something. He's like, "Would you say stickhead?"
Oh, right.
Nice.
It's Blaine.
Classic. Blaine
Good
says that.
But when you see stickhead, if you look at it, he says dickhead.
Really?
Oh,
Whoa.
yes, totally.
It's ADR because like, what do you say, dickhead? And then somebody was like, we're going for the PG on this
Yeah.
one.
I thought this movie was PG-13 though.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe.
Is it?
Oh, I thought
Well, there's
so.
enough skin of young boy to make it PG-13.
So they're fighting, or they're trying to fight, and like, oh, that's right, Jack Mitchell won't fight because he like believes in Gandhi and whatever else.
Dude, this guy keeps talking about Gandhi, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Just admit you're short and move on. Like, you know what? Like, no, sorry, that kid's like way too. I mean, like, nice Gandhi cover, but like,
He's
you
got
know.
a Gandhi complex.
But then Jack shows up, and who happens to be Nikki's brother, and there's like a reveal in the middle of the movie.
It was like,
How
I've
did
never
this
seen
not
this.
happen?
Holy shit, a building walks into another building.
Twists and
This
turns,
dude is
dude.
fucking huge.
Twists
enormous.
and turns.
Dude, you can see every brick he's built out of. It's insane.
And like, you know, Jack is like going to Blaine. He's like, leave him alone, leave him alone. And this is my favorite part of the movie is Blaine is like, this is none of your business, Jack. And every time he says Jack is the funniest fucking thing. I posted it on Twitter.
It's
I love
awesome.
it so much.
Stay out of this, Jack!
Yeah, he's like,
Jack!
so he makes the bully go away. Is
Yeah.
what happens. And then, but then Jack is like, you know, why don't you stand up for her? Or why don't you stand up for yourself? Fight me now, Mitchell. And he's like, Mitchell does this whole speech. He's like, I'm not going to fight you because I'm out of here in 3 months and nothing. I don't care about anything here.
This is the time fuck up where he's
Yes.
like, I know what you're doing to me, Jack. You've been trying to push me for the last 3 weeks. Well, I only have 3 months. What was it? Let's move on. Let's just keep going. I'm feeling good about this.
Dude, no need to redo the take. I got it.
But
Never
it's,
mind.
Jack.
Come on, Jack. Hey, Jack.
It's awesome though because he manages to piss off every major character in this movie
Yes.
with the same fucking rant. It's not bad. Cause like the girl's pissed off because he's basically saying like, you know, my relationship with Nikki is nothing. The bully's pissed off because no one's getting in a fight. And then Seth Green's like, oh cool. So I guess like us as cousins being friends doesn't matter
Yeah,
to you.
note to people who want to burn bridges, this thing works like a fucking charm.
I couldn't believe it, man. He really cleared out the restaurant.
So everyone leaves and everyone's upset at him. It's the second act, and then he goes to sleep. And I guess he has a dream,
Yeah.
which we don't see, and we
Nope.
should see the dream if that's the case.
I thought I was missing
This would
something.
be out.
If the dream is that important, we should see it.
Kruger Town.
Oh yeah, dude.
Welcome to hell, Mitchell.
This kid sucks. I'm doing Cincinnati a favor.
Isn't he from Cincinnati? Where's Kruger? What's Kruger country?
It's,
It's
Ohio.
Ohio?
It's
Ohio,
a Springwood.
Okay,
Is it
so
Springwood,
one
Ohio?
town,
It
maybe
is
one town
Ohio.
over.
Didn't we
'Cause
get into this
We
before?
did. We did.
And
Mike-
we
Michael-
thought it was
Illinois.
Illinois, but it's not. It's
Mike-
Ohio.
Yes,
it
'cause
is Ohio.
Michael Myers is Illinois.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees is Jersey Strong.
He is stronger than the storm.
Dude, that'd have been awesome if Jason
honestly-
Voorhees got to Chris Christie.
New Jersey should embrace that shit more. Like that should be the state flag is that hockey mask.
Yes, I would love. That's where I live. But no, it's like, you know, he goes to sleep. Like, hey, Mitchell, you thought you were in Cincinnati, but that's just what everybody says because it's easier. You're actually one town over in Springwood. Once you drive past that bridge, brother, you're no longer in
he's one of those-
Cincinnati.
He's one of those suburban kids that's just like, oh yeah, I'm from Cincinnati, even though you're
Exactly.
technically from Springwood.
Technical hit is still a hit.
You fell asleep in my territory, bitch.
Like, oh yeah, I'm from New York City, and you're actually from White Plains. You know, one of those,
Exactly.
Well, sometimes it's just easier. Like, Chris and I say we're from Albany
oh shit, you're one of those kids.
because it's fucking easier. People know what that means. There's like, it's that great.
You're from Haddonfield, New York.
There's that great. It's a really old SNL bit where they're doing the Real World, and Mike Myers is playing an Irish guy, and he keeps like. The gag is he keeps like starting sentences with like, I'm from Dublin or whatever.
Oh, right.
And then he's in the confessional booth and he's like, the truth is, I'm not from Dublin.
right.
I'm from a town just outside of Dublin. But it's just so much easier to say I'm from Dublin.
I'm the Cincinnati kid.
Oh,
Here to
shit.
fight the Toronto kid. Classic Kids in the Hall. Shit.
All right.
Yeah.
But he does go to sleep. He wakes up Wiley. He's like, Wiley, man, I just had a dream about chasing a wave, and there was a shark that was speaking Spanish, and I understood Spanish.
This is terrible.
But actually, it was just a bunch of B-roll of waves and some bullshit. And then
We bought that footage that you buy from Disney when you put on those really bad 3D glasses, and then the room moves a little bit.
there's a
It's-
close-up of my eyeball.
These things are terrible, and they're trying their hardest to make it look like cool and artistic.
Yeah.
But it just looks like fucking B-roll nonsense.
So what he decides to do is go to the hockey game the next day.
Oh, right.
It's the next hockey game, and he goes up. He rides up on his blades, and like it's really sad because they're like, it's Jack Black, the bully, Snake is there, and everyone's got this team. Like, we're about to take the Preppies on again for once and for all. And they're like, oh, it's Mitchell, who everybody hates. And then Jack Black's like, yeah, it'll be funny. Let's put him on again and watch these bullies pound him.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, cool. Mitchell, you're on. Trevor, you're out. And I'm like, oh, fucking Trevor's been training for months for this.
Totally.
And now, as a goof, we're putting this other kid in.
It is the highlight of this kid's early spring.
Exactly.
Trevor would later kill himself that night.
Also, the message that Mitchell gets from this dream, by the way, because
right.
the Sharks are the bullies and the Wave is Nikki, and he's talking about like not wanting to fight,
God.
whatever. And he
That's
goes,
really disgusting,
He
by the
says
way.
to Seth Green, he's like, "You don't have to fight the Shark to get the Wave."
You know what? You are on the precipice of becoming a serial killer anyway. Fucking do him.
Yeah,
Fucking
first
like
things first.
this guy fucking wakes me up in the
Yep.
middle of the fucking night to tell me about his dream about waves and sharks.
Yep.
And this girl he met 2 days ago.
Yep, bite his throat out.
Kill
with
his
his
yeah,
body.
exactly.
Fucking kill him now.
Cover it all up. Just tell everyone, oh yeah, you went back to California.
Oh,
Yeah, ooh.
nice.
He
Yeah,
left
oh,
in the
mom,
night.
he just left. He just bounced.
And the way you really convince people, dude, you fucking destroy that surfboard. It's like, well, the surfboard's gone. He left, man.
He must have left the surfboard's gone.
He said it was his Amex, hon.
No, but in the Fargo, she cooks him in the chili.
Yeah,
and then she
nice.
puts it on the
Oh,
spaghetti
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
for when the parents come back.
Oh,
Noah,
they make-
Noah, are you listening?
Scattered his ashes on the Skyline chili.
Told the people at the restaurant it was pepper.
So he starts playing hockey with these kids, and then I think Blaine checks him like into next Thursday because Blaine again is Chris Helmsworth, and this kid is like a little bit taller than Seth Green.
Mark Ruffalo.
Not even, you wish.
And this was a weird thing though, because like we're just checking kids into people's parked cars.
Yes.
Like they make the boards of the, like sidewalk rink out of people's parked cars. I'd be like, excuse me, that's my fucking Corolla.
It's my dad's Corolla. More
yeah,
likely.
big time. Yep,
They
exactly
would
right.
pound you, dude.
I love it when he pounds him.
Terry Silver called back the Karate Kid 3.
So to get him back, like they're like, "Come on, fight me, kid, fight me," and then
Yeah.
he doesn't. But then he's like, I'll do what Gandhi would do, which is pants this kid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Which
we
is
get some fucking
sort of
boy.
like what he did to the British Empire.
We get some boy taint in this movie, dude. You see the whole thing
it's
of this kid's
fucking
ass.
gorgeous.
It's pretty crazy, dude.
Somebody never had to use soaking wet toilet paper, I see.
Yeah, so he
We hold on this kid's
it's
ass for a long time.
It's a sexy prank that is committed, and everyone loves it. And now Mitchell is becoming something of a folk hero.
Yes.
He also, before the pantsing, he's also like, for a split second, really excellent at hockey.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, like you can be good at skating, but that doesn't mean you're good at hockey.
Yeah,
Well,
this
I
kid's a
guess-
real Mary Sue, man. I gotta tell you.
It's true.
But we saw him training in the botanical
We call that a
gardens.
Mark Steve.
He can't be a Mary Sue. He's a guy. Guys are just they're born with the proclivity for physicalities.
Is
They're
that kid
airborne
working
with it.
at a fucking Taco Bell yet, or
Max
what?
Landis?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
That's pretty cool.
well, no, he's got millions of dollars.
He's got millions.
So
Yeah, he's
right.
just doing it for fun.
he had a golden parachute.
He just wanted to work in Taco Bell.
Look,
for fun.
look. I'm not going to let you guys shit on Max Landis' career. That guy made his own way, and he's remaking his dad's most famous movie. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He's made his
You know
own
what?
way.
You know what? That's some cynical shit you just said right there. That's some cynical shit. He's making Bright too, okay? So you take that shit back.
One, that's not happening, and also I don't think the fucking werewolf.
Oh, that's
remake
right. All
is
that shit
happening.
came out about him.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I
right.
asked about Taco Bell.
That's
Make my
right.
fucking gordita, you piece of shit.
No.
He's just like living.
he's just ordering from Taco Bell.
He's
yeah.
eating Taco
Yeah.
Bell, a lot of late night PS4 and jerking
Postmates
off.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a real Postmate situation. He's friends with all the Task Rabbits.
So
Gonna come back looking like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
that would be
Oh,
fantastic.
please. You know what? Carl from Aqua Teen, man, he had a fucking better haircut than that
Man,
dumbass.
if you give me like $5 million for a piece of trash like Bright, I will happily go away forever.
That's easy.
$5 million.
That's a new Patreon level right there. $5 million and we'll go away.
you want us
Exactly.
to shut up?
No, seriously, I will buy a cabin in the woods and vanish from society happily, mightily. God, I want to. God, I want to.
So, sorry, I have to keep doing this podcast a little while longer.
God, I want to.
They wind up, Mitchell runs away. He impresses Nikki and she's like, oh, I love you again.
Yep.
He runs away, but Blaine can't catch him because the cars are in the way, which I'm like, Blaine, just go over the cars. Blaine?
No,
Blaine?
I think no. He's trying to get his car out of the parking
Oh,
space.
I see.
But they're all jammed together because we're making hockey
Steve-
boards out of cars.
Steve, how tall are you? You think you're talking to Blaine?
That's a good point.
Who's talking to me? I don't see nobody talking to me.
That's the other thing is that's the only time this kid is taller than Nikki is when he's on his fucking rollerblades. That's why he's on these rollerblades. Like, oh,
That's
look, I'm
true.
fucking I'm
Natural.
5'9", motherfucker.
Natural lifts.
And so this brings us pretty much to the end of the movie because he has impressed the bullies. Jack Black is in love with that pantsing bit, loving it.
Yes.
They wind up all going to Mrs. Poole's house, to
Yep.
Edie McClurg's house, and like they all show up and like he's like, oh man, are these bullies gonna fuck him up? Are they not?
Yep.
He's like, hey man, great pantsing yesterday.
Yeah, solid pantsing, Mitchell. Solid pantsing from the goose.
And I think
Oh,
this-
you popped your cherry.
and everyone's like, yay! By the way, movie, we have to do a rollerblade race tomorrow. And Mitchell, we want you in. Now, this is something I think is really important. We do have a lot of young fans.
Yes.
A really important rule: never follow a bully to a second location.
Yep.
Never. I don't
Yep.
care if they're like, "Oh
Yep.
man, you're in the gang now. Cool. Hey, why don't you meet us at this vacant lot tomorrow, and we'll do a fun prank on somebody else."
And going with a friend does not count if that friend looks like Seth Green.
Exactly.
If that friend looks like Dwayne Johnson, fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're looking like
also,
if
like-
Seth Green is your fucking, lieutenant commander here.
If you're in high school,
sidecar.
if you're in high school at all, just realize that none of these people matter. Even your friends are fucking garbage, and you're never going to see them again in your life. So who gives a fuck? Just stay home and watch cartoons.
Exactly, but just never follow a bully to a second location.
Yeah, never follow anyone. Fuck them all.
So,
you'll be gone. You'll graduate. You'll never see them
You
again.
get a podcast. It's all
You got
gonna
a
be
pod.
good.
Exactly. You don't have an axe to grind at all.
So,
Did we mention fuck Max Landis?
yeah, so,
All right,
no, but so
fantastic.
they're like, oh, by the way, this movie's about rollerblading, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, right.
And it's like, oh, we're gonna go on this. There's a rollerblade race tomorrow off the Devil's Backbone.
Yes.
And everyone's like, what? And then Wiley's like, oh man, you do not fuck with the Devil's
Oh my
Backbone.
god! Oh my god! One time, a guy walked down there and he forgot who he was. He was lost and he was hurt.
It was crazy, dude. And then this other time, this fucking dude at the Devil's Backbone pushed this little kid, and the little kid fell and hit his head on the side of this pool, and he was bleeding really bad. And then that dude just threw that kid into the pool, and then he was fucking haunting that whole place.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
wow.
You know what I heard? I heard the Loch Ness monster retired to the Devil's
Yeah.
Backbone.
And you know what? These kids and monsters. They didn't ask to be actors in this informational video.
Well, then,
Did anybody
I
get
was
it?
I was
That's
about
the
to jump on. I
Sasquatch
was
all
about-
over the highway right there.
The
What are
Guillaume-
you talking about? The Loch Ness Monster? I'm talking about the Guillermo del Toro movie.
Same thing, right? Shape of Water.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the other. There's a lot of courses available. There's the
Wait,
Devil's
wait,
Backbone,
You
the
want
Shape of
the
Water.
you want the Loch Ness monster to fuck her?
Fascinating.
Sure.
Best picture.
Oh, dude, you want to go down Pan's Labyrinth, brother man?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
fuck. He's going to go down Blade 2.
Never follow a pan to a labyrinth.
Oh,
first of
definitely
all.
not. If a
course
fucking
not.
any gins, pans,
Listen, I don't
anything.
care about the Spanish Civil War. Don't go down there.
Never follow anyone into a maze. That's a real good.
Actually,
good
that's the thing.
point.
If you follow a pan into a labyrinth, man, it means, by the way, spoiler alert, you're already dead. you don't know you're a ghost.
Yes. That's all Guillermo del Toro movies. Everyone's really dead.
That's true. Nobody
This is just
nobody
like a-
knows they're ghosts, man.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
could be a ghost right now.
That's what Pacific Rim was all about. So those little aliens inside the big monsters, they were dead the whole time.
Exactly. Everyone's dead.
Oh man, meet me tomorrow, Pacific Rim.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So they wind up going to. They're going to be involved in this race. The race is, by the way, it's bound down the Devil's Backbone. It's all the bullies versus all the preps. But the first 3 men through the finish line win. That's how your side wins.
And these gangs of bullies love playing for 3 because in that first hockey game, it's first to 3 goals wins.
I see.
I guess they're busy.
How does anyone traverse, quote unquote, the Devil's Backbone? You would think it's just a big hill in town.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you go down the hill and
Yeah.
like you go down McAllister Street, and by the end of it, that's the end of it.
You can't nickname a thing like that. You can't give something like that a nickname if it's just a series of connected streets in a neighborhood.
But they're not even. It's like, all right, you go down. All right, like, when do they sit down with a map and tell Mitchell how to go? All right, you're gonna go down. You're gonna McAllister. You're gonna make a left on McDougal. Then you're gonna do the catty corner down to Rogers Street, and then the.
Who's the drunk homeless man that originated this?
Oh, you see, my walk home. That was the Devil's Backbone. It was.
Crazy junk pedestrians.
You just wander around the suburbs for about 2 hours, and then you pass the Denny's, and then you go over the overreach, over the hospital, pass out for 4 hours,
Wait, hold on a second.
and then bike down the path down to the waterfront.
Apparently, I'm great at the Devil's Backbone.
So they have this race. It's a lot of like kids going through traffic. Jack Black hits his nerds against a tree.
How does I didn't look at the credits that seriously, but how did they not say this? These were professional rollerbladers. Do not attempt this because
Oh,
these kids.
Wasn't
on,
that Team
dude.
Rollerblade?
It's the 90s. It's the 90s.
That's
Go
true.
Get a bruise.
These kids are weaving in and out of traffic in this
awesome.
movie.
There's a really impressive stunt where a fucking semi goes through an intersection and all of these kids fucking purposely eat shit to slide under it.
Yeah.
And it's like a real stunt. Like Team
It's crazy.
Rollerblade was really doing this.
This movie's actually good. Like the shots of the
It's good stunt
Chris
work.
Cabin. I'm sorry it wasn't black and white and in French, Francais.
I would
It
love it
is-
if this movie was exactly the same. It was in black and white, and the track was in French.
But listen, these shots and these stunts
They're good.
It's good.
They're
Yeah.
they are
It's
good
good.
stunts. I totally agree.
You replace the fart rock score with like a single clarinet playing. Oh, I could see this happening.
I would
Somebody recut the last race of this movie and
Yeah,
make it look like
and
a French
just get
New
the,
Wave film.
the score from Triplets of Belleville. Just throw it right
There
up
you
on
go. That could do it.
A nice jumpy guitar. I like that.
The Phantom Francois Truffaut edit.
So it's crazy. There's a lot of like falling off like side roads into trees.
It's gorgeous.
We do see the end of Jack Black, who gets hit in the nerds
He
really
gets
bad.
nerds really bad, dude.
I mean, he probably popped a testicle. This is a
Yeah,
bad
dude,
nutting.
It's fucking draining all over the place.
yeah, that fucking 30-year-old kid's going to the hospital.
It's like, I should have graduated high school 10 years ago.
So, the only one who's consistently good at this race is Snake. He's in the lead. He's
Yep.
coming towards the end.
It's
He's
Snake's movie.
It's Snake and two unnamed preps. Maybe one of the, I think it was, the dolphin guy is a washout.
Yes,
Yeah, he
with
is.
Seth Green.
Which that's very fitting. That is some nice screenwriting.
Yeah.
Wayne is with Jack.
Right.
Yes. Because they're both fucking 8 feet tall.
Exactly. So I forget what happens. Those two towers crash into each other.
Yes, they do.
And then what Mitchell is like in a different area. He gets off course and he jumps over a car and jumps down onto the back of like a truck that's
Cement,
positioned
yeah.
correctly, that he could use it as a ramp.
Yeah, it's
Construction company.
it's quite convenient.
Blaine-
He goes airborne.
Yeah,
is what
he
we're
go-
saying.
oh!
He goes
fuck.
airborne.
fuck. Oh fuck.
Just letting you know.
Blaine is trying to catch him. He smacks into the guardrail and falls down into this river or lake. I don't know which.
It's some bad stunt work shooting here though, because you can totally see because like this kid eats shit and falls into the river and then like immediately pops back up and you can see the life vest under his t-shirt like puffing up. They should have cut away long before this.
But this kid is dead. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
he's long
Sans
dead.
life vest. This kid is Blaine is dead.
yeah, good. Fuck you, Blaine.
But then Jack is down and Mitchell sees the finish line, but he's like, no.
That's right. He learned something.
And also he's trying to fuck his sister, so he's like,
Yeah.
oh no, let me make a move here.
He learned how
Yep.
to fuck his sister.
got 3 months. I gotta get all the favors I can here.
He's like, hey Jack, why don't you stop bothering me while I'm trying to have sex with your sister and let's finish this race.
Yeah. And they cross the finish line together. The bullies win, which is great.
Yeah.
The bullies
Yeah.
win. I like that. Not bad. Another twist of Airborne.
Who's gonna tell me when your parents are out of town next time?
Come on, Jack.
Huh? Jack buddy? Jack buddy?
Remember when I beat those bullies?
Then, dude, we get then now Seth Green and Dolphin Laugher get dropped off. They killed the giggler.
no, the giggler is dead.
I wish they killed this kid. They're there. Everyone's getting together, and we get a slow motion kiss of Mitchell Goose and Goose and the sister.
Yep. Pretty slow mo,
Well,
by
that-
the way.
that's-
I thought it was a freeze frame for a second, but that fucking earring is dangling and I don't even know it.
Seth Green is also making out now with the woman
Yes,
who was
that's
previously just disgusted with his
well, because
visage.
she got horny back at the restaurant because Seth Green stepped
Oh,
up
yeah.
when Mitchell did not.
Yeah.
Right,
for
he got
certain
thrown
death.
into a wall.
Yeah, of course, you throw him through a wall practically.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's my thing: is this movie kind of ends like you ever watch a movie on like local television
Yes, I have.
and they're running behind, and like they happen to, even though the movie is ending, they sort of like squeeze in the credits on the right hand, and the credits start
Yep.
zooming
They
by.
push it over and they go fast.
It's
How is
like,
that,
oh, it's
how
like-
is that
this is-
even legal?
It's
I wonder that every time I see that.
this watch. How many people could it save? Credits going.
Up next on TBS.
How many could this watch have
How
saved?
long would Schindler's List be with commercials? That's
Oh,
like
that's a
4
lot.
hours.
It's
Wait.
like 4.5 hours.
Schindler's
Probably.
List actually ends how? Oh, we have to cut all of that.
Oh yeah! When they go to the memorial, they just shrink on these actual Holocaust
Yeah.
survivors at a memorial,
Yep.
and the credits are
and then we
zipping.
get a promo for the Flash playing over it concurrently.
Oh, yeah. Never forget. Blah blah blah. By the way, never forget the Mirror Master is in town.
But I was pretty disappointed at the end here because it just cuts to credits on them making out.
Yeah, dude.
There's no like whether or not he goes back to Huntington Beach, whether or not she visits, whether or
Dude.
not he decides to stay with Mrs. Poole
I'll tell
and
you what
family.
happens. He finishes her off, And then that's not. I'm
100%.
not saying it's a good thing. And then he bounces, goes back to Huntington Beach, does more sexcapades there. This guy's a slime ball.
Oh,
He's
never thinks of
terrible.
her again, huh?
No, not a chance.
He's
don't
a Zach
think so.
Morris type. That's what
Yeah,
Zach
yeah,
Morris
yeah.
would do. He'd go town to town.
Yep.
Lay a fucking flag in the ground and move on. Stacy Carosi, she got fucking dogged.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally,
Oh, dude.
dude.
Well, because you don't know.
When Mitchell's a sad, like 30-year-old loser, he goes through Cincinnati. He's like, yeah, I'm going to look her up and be aggressive. That's what happens. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, if he happens to go to college or community college near
Yeah,
there.
or he's just like, oh, we got a bus layover.
Well, it's like that really I think it's the uncomfortable scene towards the beginning of Anomalisa where like he meets the ex-girlfriend like at the bar and they like talk for a little bit and it's fucking horrible. Is that Anomalisa I'm thinking of?
I'm forgetting.
There's some sort of like I'm in town. I think it's Anomalisa.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm in town. Like let's meet up at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
hotel
yeah,
bar and
yeah,
hang
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And it's just like fucking horrible.
That's not happiness? No. The
No,
John
no,
Lovitz scene?
he's right. It is an animal.
So it's with like claymation puppets.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
puppets.
with
The
puppets.
Charlie Kaufman. I didn't see it.
I like that movie.
I missed it.
Odd
yeah.
movie.
But it's like you need some sort of conclusion, and you got to give me one last scene with Mrs. Poole, man.
No,
We're
she's
left
out.
with she's like, "Oh, would you boys like some grape Kool-Aid?"
Yeah.
Or condoms?
Now remember, boys, wrap it up.
Do you need a demonstration? Father, get in here.
Well, there is a scene with them where she's like, "Ooh, father, I'm getting frisky."
Yeah, she gets. Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know what's going on. Like something happens. Like somebody does something. Ooh, father, I'm getting frisky.
I think what happens is the dad is like, "Well, would you look at this, mother? I found a different kind of casserole recipe."
Maybe he did his John Wayne impression.
Oh, right, he does do a John Wayne impression.
Oh, father, looks like someone didn't wipe their ass, hon.
Oh, all that fecal matter is making me frisky.
Oh God.
Don't kink shame.
I'm not.
Also, yeah, I mean,
I would never.
I have a
man.
fetish for Mrs. Poole.
Dude.
Could you not?
Could we not watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
9 times.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh my God! So this movie's over. We sort of addressed this, but would anybody recommend it?
Oh, it's a We Love Movies for me. I've seen it probably not as much as Eric, but I've seen it quite a bit growing up. It just holds up. It's a perfect. It is in that Encino Man bubble. Like the
Yeah.
fashions are the same.
Yeah.
The bully culture is very similar. I really dig it.
It's kind of a hangover movie,
Yes.
I think, in a way. It is difficult to like this main character.
Oh, sure.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean,
he's Roy from the Simpsons episode.
but you know,
Mr. S.
don't pay attention to it much. It's great.
Yeah, I'm with Steve on this. I think it's an enthusiastic yes for me. It is just silly, and I'm sure part of that is my nostalgia for it. Of
Sure.
it's just a dumb '90s movie you could watch.
I really had fun with it. I'd never seen it before. This was one of those like I'd seen the like poster a bunch. Just kind of always skipped it.
Yeah.
But you know, I think maybe also it's kind of a little bit of I'm giving some leniency because we just watched fucking 2 Tim Allen movies back to back.
Yeah, 2 Tim
So-
Allen movies and a
I was-
Shrek, dude.
And a Shrek, yeah, that's true.
And
man.
Lost in Space. It's been a rough April.
Oof, yeah.
As I said, it was just for me. I'm more of a Rad person.
Oh, Rad,
I've
of
never seen
course.
Rad.
Oh, it's
this
great.
This is better,
No,
in my opinion.
this is Josh Brolin prime.
Oh.
Like just like a Sunday you want to eat.
Oh,
him up.
Thanos on a skateboard? I like
Yeah.
that.
That's Airborne, directed by Rob Bowman. If you want more We Hate Movies, check out WHMPodcast.com or find us over on the HeadGum Network. Rate and review the show wherever you get it. We would greatly appreciate it. Patreon.com/We Hate Movies. All sorts of tiers, all sorts of bonus content over there. Facebook.com/We Hate Movies. At WHM Podcast on Twitter. WeAllHateMovies@gmail.com is the old mailbag.
You know, speaking of Tim Allen movies, our
Yeah.
Patreon episode this month that is getting like a lot of people are saying how it's one of the best episodes.
A lot of good reviews.
we've
Period,
done.
yeah.
Period. Jungle to Jungle. So
That's right.
that's up there at the $5 level. If you want more Max Landis, we have an episode on Bright. We have an episode on Man of Steel up there. Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, and a bunch of other stuff.
We're about to do Transcendence in a little bit.
20 exclusive to Patreon Animation Damnations, which is actually we just posted, I think it's like the 50th Animation Damnation.
That's wild.
20 of them
Wild
on
ride.
the Patreon. So yeah, check it out. And then also $8 level, The Nexus, our Star Trek recap podcast.
That is
We're
correct.
doing Arena this month. That's the big one.
That's the Gorn, baby.
Yep. We can't wait to talk about that, Goran. Steve Sadak, what do we got coming up next week on the program?
You know, we're getting on in years. We're gonna take a look at the bucket list.
Oh.
Jack Nicholson.
I'm ready to die.
Morgan Freeman's also in this movie.
Yes, he
What do they
is.
do? Is this the one where they go to Vegas and be old?
No, they drink shit
No, they're
coffee.
going global. They're globally old.
Oh, globally old.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Then they're going on trips and being assholes.
Well, until next week, where we go on a trip and be an asshole, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska.
Take it easy.
That was a headgum podcast.